Welcome, RBTV sports fans. This is the postseason here on RBTV. I'm Casey Valletta alongside Matt Angio for this first round game of the 2016 IHSA playoffs live from the Kennelly Athletic Complex. Tonight, the 5th seeded RB Bulldogs play host to the 12th seeded Lake Forest Scouts. The Bulldogs, who despite some tough losses ended with a 7-2 season and were given a rather high number 5 seed. The Scouts had a tough schedule and had to play schools such as Stevenson and Lake Zurich, and they ended the year 6-3, but were given a rather low 12 seed. Matt, how do you think the two schools compare with one another?
Well, Casey, like you said, it is the playoffs, and the atmosphere here is very extraordinary. But I'll be the first one to tell you that the stats speak for themselves. The Scouts, along the Bulldogs, like to come out of the gate very aggressive and make sure that it's a no-doubt win. The Scouts were 2-3 away in the regular season, and the Bulldogs were 5-1 at home, so that gives the Bulldogs a definite advantage. But overall, for the Bulldogs to achieve a win, they must have a lockdown offensive line to defend the towering 6-footers of a defense that the Scouts have.
So, Matt, I have a follow-up question. How can the Bulldogs offensively stay hot and get their ticket to round number 2?
Well, we know, like always before, those players that we like to mention, when it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Nick Del, we always like to mention that with him.
Yeah,
Hunter Hughes, we know he can always get hot. So those are the two top players that we're going to be looking for. Declan Lanham, we haven't seen much of him lately. We know he plays a good wide receiver position, and he makes some of those clutch plays at the end of the game. But lately, during the end of the regular season, he hasn't gotten much.
Okay. And here we see the playoff bracket for the 2016 6A round. And RB, you see the bottom part of the screen. They hopefully will have to play 13 St. Viator, but and most likely they're going to play Boyne Catholic. But Matt, if St. Viator wins, we're home next week as long as we win. And so, Prairie Ridge, number 1 seed, they knocked out RB last year in the quarterfinals. So that's a team RB wants to play in the quarterfinals again and get some revenge on.
Yeah, and it's definitely something that RB could be looking forward to. Another home game second in a row. This gives them a very good advantage over the defense.
They would definitely need a upset from St. Viator, though. 5-4 team against an 8-1 team. But the band's coming out. The national anthem's going to come up soon. But, Matt, you were talking about Nick Del last week against Glenbar South in the final regular season game. He had 18 carries, 150 yards, and a touchdown. And that seems to be the regular for him, going over 100 yards every game and almost always getting a touchdown. Hunter Hughes also last week, though, another 2 interceptions. That gave him 4 interceptions the past 2 weeks. But his defense been stepping up. Joey Swallow had 2 interceptions last week for the defense.
Yeah, Joey Swallow, he came up like a manimal last game. Definitely. We had another player that had about 4 sacks at the beginning of that game.
And that was Vaughn Hill. But, Matt, Keenan Scott, someone who got hurt middle of the season, he's back. He had 11 solo tackles last week against the Raiders.
Yeah, and Keenan Scott started out at the regular season as the quarterback, and then we had Hunter Hughes come up with those clutch plays, and now he is a starter. But I want to look at some team scoring averages.
We're going to see a quick weather report, and 63 degrees currently, 18-mile-per-hour wind. That might affect the kicking part of the aspect of the game. No chance of rain, 4%, and pretty humid out here. So the players might be a little tough with there with the humidity.
Yeah, considering that it's October, 63 degrees is pretty charming.
Lucky though, no rain. It's not as cold for an October night. You would think maybe low 50s. A lot of rain. We've seen that prior this week, but we're gonna have the band play the national anthem soon, and so when they get going, we're gonna take time and moment of respect for our national anthem.
Game for Class 6A will be played on Saturday.
Well, we have the 6A playoffs, round 1. Scouts versus Bulldogs here at the Kennelly Athletic Complex. The wind is going everywhere right now, Matt, but
Yeah, very windy.
they look ready. Both teams definitely ready. Here's the band. But the Bulldogs, they are the favorites tonight, even though they only have one game, one more win than the Scouts. But something that, if the Bulldogs want to win, Hunter Hughes cannot have turnovers. He cannot be throwing interceptions. And the Bulldogs need to be connecting a lot with their passing game if Nick Del Nodell gets shut down quickly.
Yeah, I think Hunter Hughes, I think it's enough of those risky passes that they had earlier on in the season. He got lucky on those, but towards the end of the season, especially last game, those interceptions were a little bit out of hand.
And the Bulldogs defense, when the Bulldogs have a big lead, the defense seems to let up a few easy scores. So the Bulldogs defense can't let up early, even if they have an early lead. They have to hold the Scouts offense game shut out. They have to shut out the offense. Well, we're gonna stop talking and take a moment to recognize our nation with the playing of the Star Spangled Banner.
Band director Mr. James Bond leads us in the playing of our national anthem.
Another outstanding performance by the band, led by conductor James Baum. And we are 37 seconds away from opening kick of the 2016 IHSA Class 6A playoffs.
And here we go. We got some team scoring averages, and right now I'm looking at RBHS. They are scoring about around 14 points in the first quarter. That's their average. They want to start out a little bit strong, get a nice, decent lead, and it looks like Lake Forest gets around 10 points in the first quarter. And, you can see both these teams are somewhat evened out, and they're somewhat compared very evenly.
Yeah, Matt, I'm looking at the same chart as you, and Bulldogs, they score early and late. They average the majority of their points in the first and fourth quarters, and they score less than 5 points in the middle quarters. And as for the Scouts, they score most points in the first quarter. They also flatten out a little bit in the scoring in the middle quarters, and in the fourth quarter, they score the least amount of points. It is blackout here, something to say for here at the Kennelly Athletic Complex. The 12th man supporting a lot of black clothing.
And take a look at the Illinois rankings. Lake Forest ranks 96 in Illinois, while Riverside Brookfield ranks 99.
Two close teams. And if you're looking at average scoring per game, Bulldogs 31 points per game, Scouts 26 points per game.
Yeah, so the Scouts definitely a low-scoring team, but yet again they had to face some very tough teams along the way.
Yeah, they played Stevenson, who peaked at 22nd in state, Matt. They were in the top 25 in state, and they lost 42-13 against Stevenson Patriots.
Yeah, so definitely a tough team the Scouts are.
Yeah, they had to play a lot of hard schools, so their record could have been a lot better. I thought they were ranked too low for the 12 seed. The Bulldogs, I think they won the coin toss. They elect to receive. You got Stefan G-Man Gaminski, and that's going to be received. Oh, it's going to be handed off. Oh, Jamari Wise almost handed off to Gaminski. Oh, Wise, is he going to go all the way? He's at the 50. He's got one man to beat. Oh, and he trips at the 36-yard line. Jamari Wise faked the handoff to Gaminski. I thought he was going to give it to him.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of confusion on the field. G-Man looked like he was trying to get that ball.
Yeah, he's got the 99 speed we always talk about, but Jamari Wise broke out. He found a hole in the defense and made it all the way to the Scouts' 37-yard line. Brings out Hunter Hughes in the offense. 3 wide receiver spread. Nodell going to get the ball, and he's going to be stuffed early. Matt, that might be, if Nodell cannot get yards, the Bulldogs offense needs to rely on Hunter Hughes' arm.
Yeah, and back in that previous play, I loved how Jamari Wise took it, slanted right to the sidelines, and he just went right through it. And that's the best thing you can do as a punt return.
Yeah, he got 0 yards there, Nodell. 4 wide receivers out there. Hughes, he's going to throw to one of them. Looking up the middle, short completion. Zach Miaskowski, not someone you've seen lately in the year, but he gets a 5-yard gain. They're going to bring up a 3rd and short. Very far outside the range of kicker Emilio Solano, who he's been missing 37-yarders lately. And Matt, they need Solano to be able to knock down some some longer field goals.
Yes, definitely. Those field goals, just like basketball, free throws, they come critical at the end of the game.
Yeah, 3rd down, 3 wide receivers. Hughes looking for one. He's getting blitzed. Oh, tipped up in the air and intercepted by the Scouts.
Wow.
Tipped in the air, 36. They're going to give him the interception. Beautiful. John Deering, he is a junior, and he is going to – that was the key to the game, not turn over the ball. And that's exactly what happened here. Are they not going to give him the interception?
Hunter Hughes is still out there. I believe it's still Bulldogs' ball.
Are they going to – they're going to say incomplete. Bulldogs, outside of the range of Solano, going to go for it, 4th and 5. This could be big. Hughes has 2 wide receivers, G-Man down low, and Salter, I believe, is on top. Gminski in motion.
Got Nodell in the back.
Yeah, look, he's going to be blitzed hard. He's looking. Oh, he's going to have to run for it, and he's going to get sacked. Number 9, that for the Scouts, Gabe Funk.
And there's an issue in that play. Nodell, he was set to do a check and release where he was supposed to help out the offensive line.
Yeah, Nodell got whammied, Matt. That guy, that Scout, overmatched Nodell, who's only 135 pounds. And Hughes had 4 Scouts running at him, and he could not magically get the ball. And, tackled right at the legs. That's the way you want to tackle someone.
Yeah, Nodell really was trying to protect Hunter Hughes.
I don't think Hughes could have ran for it either because he had not much around the sidelines. But here comes the Scouts.
Ooh, it's a play-action pass.
That's number 4, Matt, that's your favorite kind of pass. Oh, and he's got a reception there. Going to say he caught it? That was number 14. The quarterback is Charlie Renkmeyer. They're going to say incomplete. It was intended for Jack Mislinski.
And I like how they had 2 wide receivers, one 10 yards behind them, running to the benches. That's a very good play.
Renkmeyer, he's got 4 wide receivers. He's going to hand it off. Oh, he's going to get around 4 yards there. That was the ball runner, number 5, Jacob Thomas. A little easier name to say there.
And there's their running back. We've seen it's the first play of the running back, Jacob Thomas, number 5. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of him tonight.
3rd and 6 for the Scouts. They are right behind midfield. 2 wide receivers, and they have Thomas in the backfield. Charlie Renkmeyer, he's a senior. He's rolling, and he's just going to throw out of bounds because Mike Wilson, he was giving some pressure right there.
He had to get rid of that ball. That would have been 20 yards back.
Yeah, Mike Wilson, 6'1", 200 pounds, senior for the Bulldogs defense.
Yeah, I mean, you see that coming at you, that's like a train coming at you.
Yeah.
You have no
It's
choice
like a
but to get
moving
rid of
brick
that ball.
wall.
Exactly. Have to get out of the way.
Punt team comes on for the Scouts. They aren't going to attempt to go for it. Number 4, that's Renkmeyer with the punt. That was a beautiful punt. Gminski's going to have a tough time returning that. You know what? He's good. He's trying to find room up the middle.
Wow.
He's at the 40. He has got a few guys to beat. Oh, he's going to get horse collar. They're going to call that a horse collar? Nope. He gets all the way to past midfield. Gaminsky, that was a beautiful 35-yard punt return.
Yeah, it was a very nice stutter step at the 20-yard line as soon as he got the ball. Really tricked out the defense, and then as soon as he hit the accelerators, boom, he went right through.
Yeah, he found, I thought, that was a tough punt. It had a tough hop. He fielded it fine. And I thought a horse collar might have been called here. And that was the kicker, Rankmeyer, who got it. Downloaded. It's a draw.
Oh.
Hughes gonna lose 3 yards there. He tried running it himself with it was the option play, and Hughes chose the wrong decision.
Yeah, and the option play is not a very successful play, especially in the NFL.
It's called the read play, where you got to read if the defender's coming at you or looking at the running back, and Hughes chose the wrong decision. 4 receivers out there for the Bulldogs. G-Man's in motion. He's going to the bottom of the screen. Hughes looking for G-Man or Salther. He connects with Salther. He gets 7 there with Salther. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
And Salter is another player on the Bulldogs where you don't see much of him the whole game, but when you do, it's usually a big play that he catches the ball. It's a very clutch play. And he's just one of the players that is just like that.
3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Salther on the bottom of your screen. Brandon Del Toro at the very top, and in the slot you have Zach Miaskowski and Stefan Gaminsky. Timeout. Timeout by RB. Mr. Curran's gonna want to rethink the play, and with a break in the action, we like to welcome Loyola Medicine to RB Sports. Beginning of the season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul.
And Brandon Curtin, we know from previous years in the playoffs, the Bulldogs are somewhat successful. They get past the first round, which I consider pretty good. If you get past the first round, I consider that pretty good. It's like baseball. You get 1 hit, it's considered a good game.
Yeah, this is Curtin's 3rd opportunity in the playoffs. First time in the playoffs, the Bulldogs lost a heartbreaker to Glenbard South, their rival. That was 2 years ago in 2014. Last year, they made it all the way to the quarterfinals before Prairie Ridge knocked them out in the quarterfinals. And this year, 3rd time, maybe it's the charm. Hunter Hughes, he's got 4 wide receivers, 3 up top, 1 on the bottom. He is looking toward the top. He's getting blitzed hard, trying to avoid a sack, and he is going to get whammy to the ground. Number 7 said, Hunter Hughes, you're not going to break this. You're not going to get away from me. That was Luke Nolan, sophomore.
Yeah, and Casey, I mentioned this at the beginning of the game, that this would be a downfall for the Bulldogs, that their offensive line has to be a little bit more locked down when it comes down to these towering defenders that are on the defensive line.
That'll be something to keep track of, Matt. That's 2 times Hunter Hughes has been sacked. And that was he broke 1 sack attempt, and the second time he got dragged to the ground. That was a loss of a lot.
Yeah, he had about 2 defenders coming after him at that play. So we got 4th and 5.
It says 4th and 5, but it should be 4th and a lot more. The guys who are holding the first down markers having a little difficulty over there. But Gaminsky out there for the punt. 4th and a lot, over 20. 8 minutes left in the first quarter of play. Second possession the Scouts are about to get. They're blitzing, and Gaminsky's going to have a great punt.
He touched it.
Stopped right at the 12-yard line. A great punt by the junior Gaminsky, and that's going to bring back out Charlie Rankmeyer and the Scouts. There's 7:42 left of first quarter play. If we're going to look at some 6A scores for the RB bracket, Cary Grove currently beating Wheeling 13-0 in the first quarter, and Sacred Heart Griffin 15-0 over Normal West High School in the first quarter.
And this is the Scouts' chance to prove that they have a 9-point average in the first quarter.
Yeah, Rankmeyer, he's got 3 wide receivers. He's going to hand it off. Oh, he's got room. He got 4 there. That was Thomas with the run.
And there's Thomas with his second run play of the game.
9 yards on the total on the ground for Thomas.
And they seem to be mixing it up a little bit, confusing the Bulldogs defense with run plays and passing plays.
Yeah, Matt, 5 wide receivers. Rinkmeyer's alone in the backfield. Thomas comes back there. And Thomas, he tricked me. Oh, no, Rinkmeyer's got the ball. He's got one man to beat. And he doesn't beat him, Matt. I thought Thomas had the ball. I thought Jacob Thomas was given the ball, and so did a lot of the RB guys. But it turns out Rinkmeyer had it, and he ran.
You see the speed on Rinkmeyer.
He ran 45 yards, Charlie Rinkmeyer.
Wow, he really surprised me there.
He fooled everyone, Matt. There was I think Vaughn Hillip was just whammying Jacob Thomas. I thought it was going to be a loss of 5, but Rinkmeyer fooled everyone.
Yeah, it was a nice roundabout by Thomas. It was a very good reception fake.
Yeah, 45-yard gain. You know what? Thomas does get the ball now. 9 yards gained by Thomas. But, man, that was a big play. Could have been a big loss, turned into a 45-yard gain. They are threatening. They are 10 yards outside the red zone.
And we know you love the red zone.
That's the sacred ground, Matt.
Well, you know what? That was the same play, but this time they actually gave it to Thomas.
The wind is blowing from right to left, so if the kicker's got a kick, he's going to be kicking into the wind, with the wind. 1st and 10. They said he had 10 there for Thomas. Rinkmeyer, he's got 2 wide receivers down south. He's going to one of them. Reception. Taken down by Jamari Wise, but not after number 14. Number 14 is Clayton Burden. He's a sophomore wide receiver. Gained a few yards.
Yeah, Clayton Burden,
yeah,
5'10", 160 pounds. He is a sophomore.
That was the first completion by Rinkmeyer. That was for 6 yards to Burden. 2nd and 4. Just under 6 minutes left. 3 wide receivers up top for Rinkmeyer. Be a handoff. That's number 6.
Uh-oh. Now they're in the red zone.
Yeah, they've crossed the border, Matt. They're now crossed the threshold between rest of the field and red zone. That was number 6 with the run. Brian Ohms.
And Thomas goes back out there. Most likely going to play the running back position, but they're going to put him at a wide receiver spot.
3rd and 2, Matt, and the crowd's getting into it. I hear they're very loud. 5 wide receivers out there for Rinkmeyer. Nobody behind him, but I would assume Thomas might audible down towards him. Yep, here we have Thomas going down towards him. Rinkmeyer does another fake run again, and Rinkmeyer gets the 1st down. That was another beautiful play where it's the fake to Thomas who's in motion, and Rinkmeyer got 7 there.
That's a very successful play, but yet again, you got your quarterback getting hit by all those players, and that's pretty risky.
They're not going to use it too much. I mean, you know, once maybe the full RB's defense, they actually might hand it off to Thomas in the next few times they try to attempt that play.
Yeah, it's definitely a beat down for their quarterback, and it's not very good later on in the game.
It's a big 3rd and 2nd completion and touchdown. We got a touchdown there. Touchdown for the Scouts. Rinkmeyer, beautiful floater pass, number 81. That was Reed Thomas. I don't know if there's relation to the running back Jacob Thomas, but 13-yard touchdown. Rinkmeyer to Reed Thomas, and the stunned defense and stunned crowd are silenced by that touchdown, man.
Yeah, and that was number 12, Jalen Williams, covering Reed Thomas.
Jalen Williams isn't too big either.
Yeah, Jalen Williams definitely had a height disadvantage on him.
And Matt, now something really big. The Bulldogs need to score in the playoffs. You can't be down 2 possessions ever. You have to stay within 1 possession. Extra point through the uprights, and it is 7-0 Scouts after a beautiful, beautiful 5-minute drive by Rinkmeyer.
And mentally, this is kind of hard for the Bulldogs because, you know, it is a new set of players out there, and they're not used to playoff atmosphere or anything like that, and they know that the stakes are very high. And it's going to be a mental challenge for them.
And there's Kern. He's talking the offense, saying that we need to score right here. We can't let them come into our house and think they can steal a game. This is single elimination, the playoffs, 6A. 4:34 left in the 1st quarter. And there's the coach for the Scouts. And everything worked correctly, starting off with that big 45-yard run by Rinkmeyer that fooled everyone on the defense.
Yeah, Brendan Curtin, he is, on the previous plays, he's doing, I think, very useful plays. They're not very risky. They're low-risk plays. They're somewhat getting them down the field. I think it's just a matter of getting into the red zone and conquering a touchdown.
Here we have the kickoff for the Scouts. Kick into Gaminsky, and it's going to be out of bounds. Oh, it's going to be a touchback. Got lucky. If that went out of bounds, Bulldogs would be at the 35. Stayed in bounds, win the end zone. They're only going to be at the 20.
Yeah, it's a 20-yard line. I mean, it could be better if Gaminsky did get
They're
the ball,
trying. That's the game plan, to not let Gaminsky or Wise get the ball and be able to return.
or Del Nodell.
Yeah, you don't want either. You don't want either three of them to be able to even attempt to return.
Put Jamari Wise, you put Jamari Wise there, it's a tank. You got Gaminsky,
Yeah,
like flash running down the field. Same with Del Nodell.
Yeah, 4 wide receivers to the next to Hughes. He's got Del Nodell to the right of him. He's going to look a short pass to Del Toro. Del Toro is going to get 4 yards from Hughes.
Del Toro, I always give him the nickname the Bull. Obviously, because Toro in Spanish means bull.
Ah, man, I was going to ask why do you give him that nickname, but you told me. 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs from their own 25-yard line. 2nd and 5, rather. Saul throws to the bottom of the screen. To the top of the screen, we got Del Toro. And then in the slot, Zach Miskowski, and G-Man to the right of Hughes is Del Nodell. And there is a flag there. Offsides or false start. It's going to be penalty on the Bulldogs, so those 5 yards are basically going to get taken away. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now after false start.
And you got to take a look at the Bulldogs center. I mean, the way he snaps the ball is perfect. Right to Hunter Hughes' hands practically. Usually we see some other teams and their centers snapping the ball. It's a little off.
A little off center.
Yeah.
So now, same set point. We have Salter on the bottom and 2 wide receivers up top now. Hughes going to hand off to Del Nodell. And again, he's stuffed for no yards, Matt. Del Nodell, 2 rushes, 0 yards. So they're going to have to rely on Hunter Hughes' arm.
Well, honestly, I think the best thing that the Bulldogs can do on the running game is go outside instead of inside. Because you try going inside every single time, they're going to stuff you down all the time.
Well, Del Nodell, he has to just find a hole. And, there's not been a hole in the defense so far. 3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs. They have 3rd and long. They need to connect here, or else they're going to give good field position to the Scouts, who are blitzing again. Del Nodell, short toss pass screen. And he is not going to make it. He's going to get 4 yards, and that's going to be another 3 and out for the Bulldogs, who might not score in the first quarter for the first time in a while.
Yeah, something we never see out of the Bulldogs.
I don't think I've seen a game yet where the Bulldogs have not scored in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's their main go-to move, is scoring a touchdown or more in the first quarter. But so far, not looking like a promise.
Nope. It is end of October, but the cheerleaders are still wearing their pink breast cancer awareness ribbons. Gaminsky, that was a nice kick, very high and very deep. Gonna be right at the 20-yard line. Gonna bounce. It's just gonna stay on that 20-yard line. Beautiful by the G-man.
Yeah, Jacob Thomas completely lost that ball.
Yeah, it went very high into the lights.
Yeah, it was a very nice kick by Gaminsky, though.
Yeah, usually I've never seen a better kick than that one. Wakanda currently beating Antioch High School 14-0 in the second quarter. A lot of other scoring shutouts going on currently. There's 3 schools who are up 20+ to nothing over other schools, and there are a few upsets in the making.
And something we're seeing now, we got Zach Vaya out there playing defense, number 24 for the Bulldogs. And earlier on, at the beginning of the game, during warm-ups actually, they had Vaya warming up the running back position.
Jalen Williams at the top of the screen, Joey Swallow also up there, but looked for them to pass near the Jalen Williams side of the field. not the Jamari Wise side. Yeah, they're going to the Jalen Williams side. Overshot him. Incomplete pass, but again, it was to Jalen Williams' way.
Yeah, they're looking for him. They see that Jalen Williams has a disadvantage over their teammate.
2nd and 10, 2:13 left in the first quarter. Play 7-0 Scouts after their beautiful 5-minute drive, 5-minute 80-yard drive. All the wide receivers to the south, and it's going to be a pitch to Thomas. He's at the 20. A spin move gets to the 25-yard line. Nice game to 5 for Thomas, and that's just what they needed, just to not make it a 3rd and long, but instead of a 3rd and 5, a little more easy.
Yeah, very nice play defensively for Jamari Wise, taking out number 85 for the Scouts.
There's a nice spin move by Thomas right here. Just avoid getting his legs taken out by Wise. 2 wide receivers up top for the quarterback. It's going to be a fake. It's going to be a handoff to Thomas. He's got a lot of room. He's got a first down. He's at the 40, 45, not going down, 50. Back to the 47-yard line. That was a big 30-yard run by Thomas. Beautiful. He's just breaking down the defense. You saw it was an actual handoff, but the quarterback, Rankmeyer, faked that he had the ball and faked the pass to the top of the screen. But 30 yards right there on the ground from Thomas, and the ground game's been working so far for the Scouts, who are also, for the 2nd straight drive, are on the opposite side of the field. Rankmeyer, little high, but not high enough for Dan Moore or for Zach Vaya to intercept it.
Yeah, Dan Moore didn't have quite the position that he was looking for. He had the safety spot. He's very good at the safety position. I think if he just shifted over a little bit and read the play.
Yeah, they were covering their man, and they were a little too far away from the ball. They're on the Bulldogs' 46-yard line, 2nd and 10. 4 wide receivers out there for Rankmeyer. He's looking up top. Now he's looking at the bottom. He's got Jacob Thomas, but that's for a loss of 2 there. The screenplay did not work.
He didn't see, I don't think he saw Jalen Williams down there covering his man. Looks like it is number 14.
Got a 3rd and 12, Matt. Look for a possible run here, because if the throwing game is not working, they might just go for the run, and that'd be throwing the Bulldogs off guard. We have 50 seconds and counting in the first quarter of play. 3 wide receivers up top. He's got Thomas to the left, to his right. He's going deep. And he's completed the pass to number 11.
It's Clayton Burden.
Oh, that's number 14, my bad. But it will be enough for the first down, and that was completion all the way to the 28-yard line. That was 21 yards to number 14, Clayton Burden.
Yeah, Bulldogs defense is kind of looking out of whack right now.
They are looking lost out there, Matt.
Still trying to warm up to this new team's offense.
Yeah, you cannot give up those 3rd and long first down conversions, and that was a 17-yard gain on the ground for the running back. That was number 32. He's running off the field now.
Guess what, Casey?
They're in the red zone. That was Andrew Athenson with a 17-yard gain.
And the clock is running. It's just going down to the 13-second mark.
13 seconds. They're in the red zone again. 3 wide receivers up top for Rankmeyer. He's going to hand it off. Oh,
he's going to break the tackle.
He avoids the sack. He's going to be at the 5. He's trying to get in the end zone. He gets 5 yards. Then that's going to be the end of the first quarter, Matt. Bulldogs shut out. And that's been the story so far. Bulldogs offense has not been in sync.
Well, what I think the problem is first, the Bulldogs had a week of a break. So it's 1 week of a break. And then before that break,
there's a flag on the field, though. It would be a 5-yard gain for Rankmeyer. It would bring up a 2nd down and goal. Holding against the Scouts, so it's going to be a 5 or 10-yard penalty. You know, football penalties in high school, a lot different than in the pros.
Definitely gives the Bulldogs an advantage.
Grayslake North, the number 1 seed, against the 16 seed Lakes High School. They're tied currently 14-14 in the first quarter, so that could be a big 1 versus 16 upset.
And Casey, as I was saying before, the Bulldogs did face a very easy team before their 1 week break, and I think that's what's throwing them off right now. They're used to these somewhat blowout games.
And the other, on the opposite side, Lake Forest, they're used to very tough schools.
Yeah, and that's what Lake Forest has an advantage of. They are looking at the Bulldogs as a very tough team, and they're going all out right now.
Okay, man, that's the official end of the first quarter. It's gonna be first and goal for the Scouts, but they're gonna be at the 17-yard line. Something to look at, but Bulldogs, they cannot let a touchdown here. They have to make the Scouts settle for 3 points here if they want to stay somewhat close to the score.
Okay, and that's that's going to be a problem for the Bulldogs defensively. Obviously, the whole game so far, they've been having trouble stopping that offense, especially Jacob Thomas, and then you got
playing Bird, and he's got 2 catches, 30 yards, but Thomas, 5 rushes, 53 yards. Rankmeyer, he's got legs too. He's got 2 rushes, 52 yards, and he's got the touchdown completion to Reed Thomas.
Yeah, it's always that roundabout play that Jacob Thomas and Rankmeyer are playing. Faking it out. Rankmeyer he's got the speed. I mean, he can run for the quarterback position. No doubt about it. And it looks like they're going to put those players back out there.
Start of the second quarter. It's going to be 1st and 18 from the 18. It's 1st and goal from the 18 for Rankmeyer and his offense. He's got 3 on top. He's got Thomas to his right, and he has 4 wide receivers. He has Reed Thomas to the bottom. He's throw to Thomas. Nice spin moves, gets 6 yards there to Jacob Thomas, a 6-yard completion from Rankmeyer. Brings Rankmeyer to the half-century mark in passing.
And they're still trying to bring up the yardage chains.
Yeah, they're walking. They're taking their time. 2nd and 12. 2nd and goal from the 12 for the Scouts. 5 wide receivers. Yep, Thomas in motion. We've seen this a lot. The fake handoff to Thomas. It was actually a real handoff to Thomas, and he's going to go in. Some nice moves by Jacob Thomas. Touchdown, 12 yards to the house, and it's going to be a 2-possession lead for these Scouts, and it is quiet, dead silence here at the Kennelly Athletic Complex.
Right at the beginning of the second quarter, and they just came out strong immediately. The best thing you can do is an offensive side.
Yeah, man, look at this replay. Look at the move right here, the nice cuts. And Jamari Wise just not fast enough. Looking to make it 14-point lead, and the Bulldogs desperately need to score on their next drive. They cannot accept another drive without getting any points, and there's a flag on the play. There's Declan Lannon. We haven't seen him on the field yet. And there's a offsides false start by the kicking team. They're going to have to move back a little bit. And they're also kicking against the wind, Matt.
Yeah, it could be somewhat of a problem for the kicking team. Not moving back that much, but just moving back a little bit can make a difference.
Well, now he's got to kick a 25-yarder for the extra point. And Matt, it's no good.
There we go. There's the difference.
Very wide left. He was getting blitzed a little bit, but yeah, 13-0 instead of 14-0. That could be a costly point.
Yeah, it was a very nice job for the Bulldogs defense, showing a blitz, putting pressure on the kicking team.
Might look for them to go for 2 their next chance, just to make the score a little even out more.
I think that's what they might do. Make it 15-0 if the Bulldogs don't score. Or actually, no, if they score a touchdown, then it would be...
Well, Matt, we sort of called it. They brought Thomas in motion again, and instead of Rankmeyer running, Thomas took it in. He handed it off to Thomas, and everyone thought Rankmeyer had it.
Well, it was a very nice fake. They made it look like Rankmeyer had the ball and that he was going to throw it. But all along, it was just Jacob Thomas running down right through the defense.
Yeah, Jacob Thomas showing off his moves, and he was able to outrun a lot of defenders, as there's a few trainers on the side. No injuries so far. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Jamari Wise looking pretty healthy out there right now.
Yeah, look for this kick to be away from Gaminsky and Wise. Look for maybe Del Nodell to receive this. He's on the right half. They're kicking from the left hash mark. That's untraditional from the center. Oh, it's going to be a squib kick.
Right to the big man.
It's to Wise. He's going to throw it back to G-Man. G-Man looking for room, and he's got no room. He gets to the 30. Right when he accelerated, he hit a wall.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to go left, which could have been a better choice.
Something bad, though. Wise threw that ball, lateraled that ball 6 yards back. Instead of being able to just run it with his speed, he threw it back 6 yards. That it could be, they could be at the 40 instead of the 32.
Could have been like that. I don't think he realized that G-Man was behind him 6 yards. And yes, G-Man does have way faster speed than Jamari Wise. So
wow,
I mean,
Jamari Wise, when he had that big run, they looked even in speed, but yeah. Hughes to Wise. Oh, Wise drops it. The incompletion there. They're not. Hughes threw forward pass, incompletion there. That's a drop by Wise. That should be a 3-yard gain. But RB playing the small ball instead of Hughes throwing out deep because, as we know, Curtin he does not want an interception, another turnover here.
Yeah, no, there hasn't really been much turnovers at all.
Almost an interception.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of it as an interception, but they didn't actually call it an interception.
Here's Hughes to Zach Miaskowski. 4 yards there. Zach Miaskowski's got, that's his second reception for 9 yards.
Braden Curtin just scrambling right now. Still trying to figure out what his offense can do.
3rd and 5, they need this, Matt, because they cannot afford to go for it on their own side of the field. They have G-Man and Del Toro on top, Salter on the bottom. G-Man has not got a catch yet. Throw to Salter, and he's going to be stopped short, man. He's going to be 2 yards short.
Think they'll go for it?
I think they have to, but it'd be very risky, so look for them maybe to not go for it. If I was them, I'd punt it, but you can't be down 3 possessions.
Salter's out.
Salter walking off the field. He looks a little gimpy. He's going to need trainers. Yeah, Salter's out.
Looked like a little bit of unsportsmanlike conduct on the scout side. Referees didn't catch it, though, and Salter's hurt really bad.
Matt, 4th and 1 for the Bulldogs. Look for maybe an all-out blitz here. Gaminsky going off the field for Joey Swallow. Maybe look for a short run here by Swallow the Tank.
I think Swallow's going to get that ball and just run it right through the middle.
Lanham on the bottom of the screen. Del Toro on the top of the screen. Yeah, it's definitely a run. They have untraditional wide receivers out there. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
He was stuffed. 5 guys with the all-out blitz, and Del Nodell -3 yards there. And now the Scouts have beautiful positioning on the field. They're at the opposite 37-yard line. Matt, this could be a big game to bite the Bulldogs in the behind.
That's a brick wall. That's running into a brick wall.
Yeah, Matt, Del Nodell, 3 carries for -3 yards. They have to realize the blitz game from the Scouts is on point.
We got players getting hurt left and right. Zach Miaskowski is out right now. He's on the
Salter
bench.
getting looked at for his chest area. And Miaskowski, he's looking at his left ankle. But now great field position for Rankmeyer and his offense, who has not been able to get stopped by the defense Brandon Curtin and Ryan Grieve put out there. Rankmeyer looking deep. He wants it all, and he's going to overthrow the intended receiver.
And you can tell that they're trying to get an advantage over Jalen Williams. They know he's having trouble.
That was Jalen Williams' side of the field. They are just, wherever Jalen Williams is, that's where the balls end up.
And they realize Jalen Williams just has a very high speed disadvantage against his offensive player.
A lot of blowouts in progress in the 6A bracket. We'll get to that when we have a stops and play, but that's Thomas with the ball. He ends up with 2 yards there for Jacob Thomas. He's got 7 rushes for 67 yards with the touchdown. It's going to be a 3rd and 8 for the Scouts, well outside field goal territory, but I imagine this is 4-down play because their defense has been great, and I mean the Bulldogs have not been able to stop them.
Yeah, the only way for the Bulldogs to save their season as of right now is their defense. Their defense has to be locked down.
I think they need a little more offense right now because you can't win if you can't score.
That's true.
Short pass to Thomas. He's got the ball. He got the first down as well. No, he's going to be a yard short, I think, Matt. He got 7 yards. Jacob Thomas, second reception.
Yep, they're going to move him up.
They can move the chains. They are going to move the chains, Matt. First down, big, another 3rd and long conversion. That's the 4th time the Bulldogs have failed to cause a 3 and out.
Yeah, and I said it earlier, Jacob Thomas, I knew that we were going to be seeing a lot of him today, and so far he's been pretty good during the game.
Oh, they're doing a great play. Number 14, he's got a lot of room to the left.
Ooh, Jamari
He
Wise.
won't go down. He got 5 yards there, number 14. That was Clayton Burton with a 5-yard rush, and that was a little, I forget what the play is called. It might be called, I forget, man, what it's called, but there's a handoff to the running back, and he handed it off to a wide receiver going the opposite direction.
We'll call it a roundabout.
Yeah. Is that what it's called, Matt?
That's what some people will call it. It was a roundabout. The technical term is more of like a swing.
Yeah. 2nd and 5. It worked, and now Thomas tripped up. He did get 4 though. I don't know if it's enough to move the chains yet.
I think it's just behind
But Matt,
that marker.
They've entered the red zone, 3rd straight drive.
Yeah, it's the red zone, and we know that they're very dangerous in the red zone.
And they're 2 for 2 in the red zone. As long as you're 100% in the red zone, you will win the game.
Have to.
Yeah. 3rd and 2. The Bulldogs need to stop the crowd, who once was shaking the bleachers on the first when the score was tied, or a little less quiet. Only hear a few parents. Handoff, fake handoff, real handoff, man. He's faking me out. 5 yards by Thomas. Another first down. Move those chains. And they're going to be out at the 14-yard line. 9 rushes for Thomas, 76 yards and a touchdown. And looking to make a 3-possession lead are the Scouts.
Yeah.
Shocking RB right now. This would be a big 12-over-5 upset.
Yeah, yard by yard, they're slowly pushing back the Bulldogs.
Man, something to note though in the NCAA basketball tournament, 12-over-5s is the most common upset. Rankmeyer fumbles the ball, but he got lucky. Thomas was there. That was number 32 actually, and he ate up the ball. Andrew Athenson saves a big costly turnover.
Could have been very bad. It was a very big hit though. Look at this hit. Just taking down the ball, swiping the ball. I think it was more of a swipe at the ball than a hit.
Athenson beat Jalen Williams to the ball. That would have been big if they could have caused a turnover in the red zone. 6:45 left in the first half. 13-0. Looking to make it 20-0. Low pitch. That's number 32, Athenson. And he's going to be down. They might give him a first down. That'd be 5 yards from Athenson. Are they going to give him the first down? It'd be third and inches if they do not. And that's what it will be, 3rd down in inches. Look for maybe just a QB sneak just to get the first down. They have Athenson in the backfield with Thomas. Handoff to number 6.
He's just going to jump in there.
He got the first down. Down at the 1-yard line. That is Brian Ooms, his 2nd carry. He's got 6 yards now rushing. 1st and goal from the 1. Matt, and the Bulldogs defense is not able to stop the rushing game. And on the other side, Scouts defense has been able to stop Del Nodell, who is the majority of the offense. As we've seen him, he has over 300 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns the past 2 games.
Yeah, and you know what? The Bulldogs defense, it's very hard for them to calculate what's going to happen. You know, you got these roundabouts and swings, and it looks like it's almost a touchdown.
They can give him a touchdown. It's Ooms. Ooms had the carry. And let's see where the referee marks him down. They're going to mark him down at 1 yard short. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Matt, it's the half-yard line. It is the half-yard line. No, Matt, got a bold prediction. It's not really bold. Rankmeyer's just going to reach across.
Yeah, I have a feeling Rankmeyer's just going to jump right in.
Yeah, look at that. Rankmeyer touchdown. Touchdown, Scouts. And it is a 3-possession game. Now that Rankmeyer, he's got his 3rd carry, 53 yards, and the touchdown. And the air is silent here, Matt.
Well, the Bulldogs have 5 minutes and 5 minutes to make a change in this 2nd quarter.
They need a score before halftime. It is 20. It's going to be, are they going to kick it or are they going to go for it? But, man, it's only going to be 20 or 21-0, but it sure feels like a lot more.
I feel like they're going to go for the 2-point conversion just to even out the score to 21.
The Bulldogs have only been down by 3 possessions to only one team. That was the ICCP, man. They did lose that game by 30 points. And ICCP, though, is the #1 seed in the 4A bracket, and they are projected by Comcast Sportsnet to win the state title.
Yeah, ICCP is a very, very skilled team.
And Matt, this team by no means is ICCP. They do not have. They surely don't have the record to show for it, but Matt, they are destroying the Bulldogs right now.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have 5 minutes to make a comeback. At least one touchdown. I feel if they get
They need one touchdown.
it's going to somewhat save the game.
Another thing, though, the Bulldogs are kicking the ball off to the Scouts to start the second half. So if the Bulldogs don't get a touchdown, the Scouts get the ball to start off the second half, but you might see an onside kick there.
Yeah, so they got to get a use out of this 5 minutes just to get one touchdown.
Solano at home. That's all I know. Stats at home. He is 2 for 3 on onside kicks at home. They're gonna go for it. Try to, man, we called it again. Try to make the score a little more round. 19-0 right now. Rankmeyer out there with Thomas. He's got 1. Now he's got 2 wide receivers out there. Jalen Williams is, there's a big mismatch because there's a tall receiver, number 85, and Jalen Williams isn't as tall. It's going to be a handoff to Thomas. Thomas slips, and that's going to be big.
Yeah.
I think Thomas would have got in, but he slipped.
That's something to take note of. If the Bulldogs get 3 touchdowns and keep up with their field goals, they're going to be in the lead.
Yeah, Thomas had the cut, slipped. I don't think he would have made it, actually. Jamari Wise was right there.
Yeah, I think he purposely slipped so he didn't run into Jamari Wise.
But 19-0, 5:18 left in the first half of play. The Bulldogs in desperate need of a touchdown here. A field goal does nothing, right? They need a touchdown. Grays Lake North, the 1 seed, taking the lead over the 16 seed Lakes. It's 21-14. Matt, first quarter game, and according to online, this is online, man. This is real. St. Ignatius 60, Montini nothing in the. It says first quarter. I think it's the second quarter though. I mean,
60 to nothing.
it's 60-0. Another game, Cary Grove 27, Wheeling nothing in the second quarter. A lot of big scores, but man, 60-0 in the first quarter. If that is true, that team didn't really deserve to make the playoffs. Montini,
Yeah, geez,
they're
60
usually
to 0.
they have won state in the past 4 years. Yeah, look, the squib kicks. Maybe, Wise gonna have to take it. Oh, and he tripped.
If he didn't trip, he would have been. I think he would have gone all the way.
He did get tripped up though. He didn't trip. He got tripped up by someone. But the beautiful squib kicks where he didn't have time there to throw it to the G-man.
And I think you're right. I think overall, Jamari Wise and Steven Kaminsky have the same speed.
Let's see if he gets tripped up here. Yeah, he got pushed down.
I think they have the same speed. I think it's just that Kaminsky has a very fast acceleration.
I think he's got more juice.
Yeah.
Because Jamari Wise is big, so it takes a lot more for him to turn. Hughes to Del Nodell. Del Nodell, 1 yard. Matt, Del Nodell's stats are not looking to the same as they have been every other game this year. 4 carries for -2 yards.
Yeah, and the Scouts have definitely done their homework. They've been watching the tape and video. They are seeing what they have to do to win this game. They need to take out Del Nodell, and they got to take out Stefan Kaminsky. Those are the 2 players that they're keeping an eye on.
2nd and 7. Hughes is going to run it himself. Oh, and he breaks a tackle. He does have the first down. And Hughes got a lot there. He got 12 yards there, Hunter Hughes. That might be the longest gain of the day by the Bulldogs, and the crowd's right back into it. They've crossed the threshold of the midline. He was able to break 2 tackles there. So, but the run defense by the Scouts has been great. Salther to the top, to the bottom. Declan Lanham and Gaminsky. No more Del Toro out there. Michael Wilson, he's out there. A lot of audibles going on by the Bulldogs offense. It's going to be a handoff to Del Nodell.
Just getting stopped right in the
Yeah,
middle.
he's getting stuffed. He got 1 yard there.
Those inside runs they're not going to do anything. It's got to be outside.
He's got 5 rushes, 0 yards.
Nothing's going to happen on the inside. It's just going to be a stop and a stop every single time. It's got to be on the outside. It's got to be an outside pitch, or it could just be like a little screen.
Yeah, he's not finding any gaps. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Hughes looking to the top of the screen.
Ooh,
Almost intercepted right there. It was 2 guys collided, and he's slow to get up. The receiver, that's Miskowski, who's down again for the 2nd time, and that might be down and out.
Yeah, he got hit right in the back and hit right in the front, too.
Yeah, that was a big whammy hit. 3rd and long for the Bulldogs now, and they need to complete that, Matt. And, yeah, he is down hard. But, Matt, we have to say, with the stoppage in time, got to talk to our sponsor. We'd like to welcome Loyola Medicine to RB Sports. Beginning this season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul. And we're going to hope the best for Zach Miskowski. Number 4, he's down on the field the 2nd time. 3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs. 3:34 left in the first half of play. This would be a big upset, and the Bulldogs do not want to check out of the playoffs in the first round.
That actually might be a different player. I think Zach Miskowski is on the bench.
You see Zach Miskowski on the bench? Oh, yeah, Zach Miskowski's actually getting looked at. So we do not know who that is down.
That is the mystery man.
We know who it isn't. And Matt, your boy Dom Rowe, he's actually got his name on his shirt now.
Yeah, he made a mark on the last game he played, so he deserves it. Same with Zach Vaya, obviously. Both of them sophomores.
So not many upsets in play besides this game, Matt. We have a lot of close games that are upset so far, like 10-7, and the upsetting team is winning. A 14-7 Wakanda's upsetting Anigach in the first quarter, but this is the primary upset going on right now. And then you have St. Ignatius is destroying Montini.
Yeah, it's football galore tonight. I mean, we got so many games in progress right now.
Yeah, and you got Cubs and the Indians game. They're 0-0 in the 4th.
There's the Cubs, your arch nemesis.
Yeah, and the player down is Michael Wilson.
Oh, this is
the
not
tank.
good to see.
Yeah, he's the heart and soul of the Bulldogs. The tank is down.
This is not good to see at all. This
Matt,
is the key part of
their
defense.
I can't tell if it's a lower body injury because he's walking great, but upper body injury and all. I can't tell yet what it is.
He is not walking.
No, and he's not going to go to the sidelines. They're going to take him to the train. They're going to take him off the field into the locker room. That's not good.
That is something we usually don't ever see. Yeah, I think they're looking for maybe a concussion test.
I don't know, but
any of that.
Big 3rd and 9. Bulldogs need this. 3:34 left. The crowd's backing him with 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. He's got Dylan down to his right, but he's gonna throw it. Oh, he's gonna have to run it. Hughes tripped up, and he's gonna get 2 yards there, and that's a big possible 3 and out. And the Bulldogs might have to go for it here.
They're gonna bring out their defense.
Matt, they're bringing out the punt team. Hughes, he got flipped around, and they're gonna have to do another 3rd and out. 4th and 9. 3 minutes left on the Bulldogs' last possession of the first half, and being shut out. With a touchdown, the Scouts would have a 4-possession lead over the Bulldogs, and with a field goal, it'd only be a 3-possession lead. G-Man's going to look to... Oh, he's going to throw it. Oh, no.
Oh, man, that is not something we should be seeing.
It was a pass to Keenan Scott at the 40. If you're going to fake it, you have to throw it past the first down marker. You need to throw it where at least if you catch it,
it's got a chance of actually getting a
but
first down.
He threw it 7 yards behind the first down marker, and that's a turnover on down, 2nd time for the Bulldogs. Fake didn't work. Keenan Scott tackled by 3 defenders. And that's also good field position because Gaminsky, I thought, could have maybe nailed them within their own 20. but instead they're going to be at the 40-yard line, right behind the threshold of midfield. And we've seen Renkmeyer. He's been doing great. He's going to throw it again. Another completion. It's going to be for 5 yards there before he's tackled by Walsh, Swallow, and Frenzy. That was number 85 with the catch.
Going to be at the 45-yard line.
Ryan Seke with the catch for 5 yards. 2nd and 4. Handoff to Thomas. Thomas looking to the sidelines, and he's got a first down, and he's out of bounds, playing with the clock. Beautiful. That's his 10th rush. He's averaging 8 yards per carry.
Yeah, he's going to be a yard away from a first down.
3rd and short, 3rd and 1, but Matt, 3rd and short is nothing for this team. You never know. There could be a pass, play action, could be QB sneak, could be a handoff to Thomas.
And the Scouts really aren't looking at the disadvantage of height.
Yeah, it's to Thomas. He's got a first down, a lot more than a first down. He's got 8 yards there. And Thomas, 11 rushes, 89 yards, looking for the century mark in the first half.
Yeah, take a look at the Scouts' offense. We got Clayton Burden playing wide receiver down under screen. And Zach Baez covering him. Here's a replay.
Yeah, the defensive line and the offensive line been struggling for the Bulldogs, even though Hughes has not been sacked yet. On the run, throws out of bounds. There's a play, Renkmeyer getting blitzed, threw out of bounds, incompletion. It'll be 2nd and 10 for them. 2 minutes left, first half of play. Being shocked right now is the Bulldogs in their own place, the Kenley Athletic Complex, in its 2nd year. And the Bulldogs are 2 for 2 in their new stadium for making the playoffs. Curtin's 3rd appearance in the playoffs. First year got knocked out in the first round. 2nd year made it to the quarterfinals in the state tournament. 5 wide receivers for Renkmeyer, and he's got Thomas. Going to hand it off to Thomas. Thomas, he's got 10 yards. He's at the 30. He's off the races. 20, 10, and Thomas got a 43-yard touchdown. And Matt, this game is looking out of hand. Jacob Thomas, 43-yard touchdown. He has now got 132 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns for Thomas, who almost went out of bounds, but Joey Swallow, Dan Moore, Jamari Wise not able to knock him out of bounds.
Bulldogs are very much struggling to keep their season alive.
They are, Matt. They are down. They could be down 26, Matt. They're down 4 possessions right now. That is incredible. Field goal, extra point is good. 26-0 in favor of the Scouts, Matt. And the Bulldogs, they need a touchdown. They need a touchdown because they're not getting the ball back to start off the second half, but we can surely assume an onside kick.
Yeah, it's a minute 50 left. That's a touch. We need a touchdown. That's what the Bulldogs need.
They can't accept anything less than a touchdown.
If anything, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Somewhat. I mean, just the.
And Matt, while we got this little break, whoever is doing the Montini versus St. Ignatius game, a little confused, because that 16-0 score turned into a 27-0 Montini score.
Oh.
So
they just turned it all around.
Something's going on there.
Montini was down 60-0. Now they're up 27-0. I'm confused.
Maybe somebody purposely messing with the score to confuse people like us.
Could be.
Because, I could be, since I have a Max Preps account, I could be technically saying whatever the score is for this game. I could say it's 100-0 RB.
You could.
I could. Kick from the left hash mark for the 3rd time. Another squib kick. Oh, is bobbled by Salther. Salther, the Wise. Wise.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Can't make it through that little brick wall.
Gets to the 30-yard line. Yeah, they're doing a great job. The only team so far to know how to kick to the Bulldogs return team, not letting Del Nodell, not letting Wise, and not letting Gaminsky have a chance to return the ball and go to full speed.
Yeah, the squib kick is the most successful against the Bulldogs. Obviously, the big men can't really just run it through the 30-yard line.
Hughes, he's got 100 seconds to go 70 yards right now, Matt. Or else the Bulldogs would have been shut out in the first 2 quarters, the first time all year.
You got Salter back out there.
And they have 4 wide receivers, and Hughes is looking for one of them on top. He hits his wide receiver, number 24. That's Zach Via. He got 2 yards there for Via, though. And Hughes, he's got 5 completions for 21 yards.
It's going to be Zach Via's first playoff reception of his career.
Yeah, and he's only a sophomore.
Most likely looking for more of those
Matt,
later on.
In fact, that entire last drive, I'll hold that thought for a second. For Salter, he got enough for a first down. That's Emmanuel Salter, 8 yards. But that entire last drive, Rankmeyer and the offense did not throw the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it was just all running. The running game was perfect by the
And
Scouts.
the Bulldogs' run defense is not doing too good, as we have 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 1 minute left. They need 60 yards. Hughes, he's got 3 wide receivers to the top, Salter to the bottom. He's looking for Wise.
Oh.
Wise bobbles it, still catches it. They're going to call it incomplete.
Yeah, he's really losing that ball.
That might benefit the Bulldogs, though, because now they don't have to waste a timeout, which they have 2 left, and the clock's not running. 2nd and 10. Here's where we're going to get a replay. We're going to see if that really was incomplete or not. That was a completion.
Yeah, it was definitely a completion. Should not have been incomplete.
That benefits the Bulldogs. They catch a break there. That would have been a gain of 0, and the clock would have been running. Clock stopped. 55.9 seconds. First half of play. 26-0. Favor of the Scouts. Hughes dropping back.
Oh, Lanham just can't get it.
Well, that was Hughes was trying to get Lanham in stride, a little too far in stride. Lanham could only get 1 hand on it. 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. They are looking confused. They're looking like a different team because this is a very good competition. This is not teams where you can beat them 50-0 Fenton. You know, this isn't a team like any other they've seen except for ICCP, in which they lost by 31 points, man.
Yes, Bulldogs definitely struggle against teams that are very successful.
Here we go, all-out blitz going. Hughes catches Lanham in stride. Oh, the Lanham.
Get hit really hard.
That hurt me, man. That was, though, a 19-yard completion to Declan Lanham from Hughes. They are going to keep going. No huddle.
He's going to shake it off. 47 seconds left.
Clock starts now once the ball's placed. The crowd's back into it. 1st and 10. They're at the 38-yard line. First time in a while. That's not 3 and out. Hughes getting... Hughes gets sacked. 3rd time Hunter Hughes got sacked, and that's going to be costly because the clock's going to keep rolling. Forces Kern to use a timeout. 2nd timeout called by Kern. They have 1 left. 32.5 seconds left. First half of play. It's going to be a 2nd down and 15.
I think Kern's going to have a discussion with his offensive line because they are all confused out there.
Well, that was a no huddle, but Matt, Hunter Hughes, they had the 3rd and 10, and he had Declan Lanham in stride. Beautiful 19-yard completion there. But Hughes, he's under 50 yards passing in the first half. No touchdowns and not doing too great. He's been doing the best he can, but you're only as good as Nick Delnodell, it seems like, who is 5 rushes for 0 yards.
Yeah, and listen, I think all the Bulldogs players are doing the best they can. I think it's just they're a little bit out of whack because they're so used to blowout games.
This team is, the Scouts have overpowered the Bulldogs.
Yes. Scouts have obviously more experience against tougher teams than the Bulldogs do, and I think that's what the upper advantage is for the Scouts. And now we got it down to 32 seconds left.
Yep. Bulldogs 2nd and 14, maybe look deep. You know, Salter, even though he's the lone receiver on the bottom, he's the tallest receiver the Bulldogs have.
And look at this zone coverage by the Scouts.
Yeah, they have
3 men back.
6 guys. It's going to be a handoff to Delnodell. He's got actual room to run.
And he's going to fall down. There's a flag on the field, though.
Delnodell got 12 there. Flag on the field, though, and it might be a holding against the Bulldogs, which would be very bad. Hughes is trying to say it's against the other team. Holding against the Bulldogs. No 12-yard gain for Delnodell.
And that's just going to push him back.
Even further. 24 seconds left. And Delnodell, he avoided those two guys. But it was, in fact, holding against an offensive line against the Bulldogs. Bring up Second down and 14. 24 seconds left. They're right back where they started. 2 wide receivers to the south, 2 to the north. Hughes, he's got time. He's going deep for it all.
Very deep. Oh, Kaminsky almost had that ball.
And Kaminsky did not get it. There's no flag. Kaminsky probably thinks he should have had that, but he had 2 guys on him. A beautiful spiral by the referee.
Yeah, very nice throw by the referee. Referee to referee pass.
Hughes had a lot of time there to throw, but Kaminsky standing he's not the tallest wide receiver. He's 5'8".
Now we got 12 seconds left.
Yeah, Hail Mary, Matt.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all I
going
got.
to be a Hail Mary. It's the best thing you can do. I mean, if Hunter Hughes can get it off
So
the
it's
thing.
bottom screen from bottom to top. We got Wise, G-Man is in the slot, along with another unnamed. That's Zach Vaya. At the top, you got Salther. He's getting pressured.
Oh.
Got to throw a bad pass. Nowhere near Emmanuel Salther. Bring up 4th and 14 with 6.9 seconds left in the first half. And the Bulldogs, unless they can somehow find a miracle completion here with this tough defense, they're going to actually punt the ball, Matt, which I think not the best decision.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Because
I think they should just go for it.
Why not go for it? 4th and 14, 6 seconds left. There's no, even if there's a turnover on down, I've not seen Renkmeyer have to throw a ball deep, so I don't know if he's got the arm to throw 60 yards.
Plus, you're risking another touchdown. I mean, what if he returns the punt and runs it all the way down?
Maybe look for G-Man to fake it, though. Oh, G-Man wants it.
Oh, Jamari Wise, it looks like. Ooh.
Oh.
He just took out a defender.
0.4 seconds, though, so there's going to be 1 play for Renkmeyer.
Yeah,
I thought there might have been a little holding on Wise there. Would have been a pass interference. Would have been a first down, but not called. G-Man, could be a quarterback in case Hughes ever goes down.
Yeah, G-Man's got a good arm.
But they're at the 40th. I would rather prefer Hughes throwing the ball because I know he's got a cannon. But you know what? Renkmeyer's going to go out there, and, he's got to go 55 yards. He's got 1 play, though. You never know. No, they're in what they call victory formation, which is, but they're just going to knee the ball. We're going to head to halftime, 26-0. Is there a flag?
Maybe with the formation of defense.
There's a nice view of the stadium from the visitor side, the packed crowd. A lot of black out there because of the 6th man. Finally against the Bulldogs. So you know what? That's going to be a free play now. They're going to be a 5-yard penalty by the Bulldogs.
Now
they're still going to knee it. It's going to be 26-0 heading to the second half. The Scouts are going to return the ball. Look for an onside kick there, Matt. I'm going to try to call it there. But
I think it's going to be an onside kick. But so far, blowout, 26-0.
Renkmeyer, 3 passes completed, 53 yards and a touchdown. Jacob Thomas, 12 rushes, 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. And that has been the game so far, Matt. The Bulldogs, if they don't come with strong offense and Nick Delodell able to rush, Bulldogs are going to leave early and sad from the playoffs. But take a break. Halftime show by the band and the cheerleaders and the puppets, and we'll see you back in the second half. Welcome back, RBTV sports fans. We are here in the postseason, the first round of the 2016 IHSA playoffs, live from the Kennedy Athletic Complex. It's a beautiful October night, and I'm Casey Vleta here alongside Matt Angio. And what you've seen in the first half was all Scouts. Lake Forest, the 12 seed, is upsetting RB, the 5th seed, 26-0. And that is on account of Jacob Thomas. 12 rushes, 132 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Matt, how can they stop Thomas?
The only way to stop Thomas is just blitz, blitz, blitz. The outside. Non-stop blitz outside. You got to bring outside blitz. He's always going to go outside. He's doing that roundabout pass. He's doing that switch around. We've seen that swing, especially with him and the quarterback.
Yeah. Renkmeyer, 5 completions for 57 yards, but he's also got 3 rushes for 53 yards, Matt. After that, he had one big 45-yard rush. And he's got a 1 touchdown completion to Reed Thomas. But, Matt, it's not just been the defensive struggles with the running game, but it's also been the offensive struggles with Del Nodell, 5 rushes, 0 yards. Hunter Hughes, he's only got 7 completions for 48 yards. G-Man Gaminsky, no completions, no targets either. Wise, no completions. And we've only seen Emmanuel Salter three catches, and not been looking good for the offense.
Yeah, and the positive side of this is that the only way that Bulldogs fans can be having hope for the Bulldogs is that they come out of the locker room very strong for this second half of action. It is playoff game 1. It's very exciting. It is 26-0. It is so far a blowout.
Bulldogs have to kick off the ball. It wouldn't surprise me to see Emilio Solano and Brandon Curtin elect to try an onside kick.
Yeah, and we know that Solano, from recent games, previous games, the onside kick is very successful.
And but the touchdowns for the Scouts, they started off with a 13-yard catch to Reed Thomas and then Jacob Thomas. He's got 2 touchdowns running, and that's how we've gotten here so far with those. There's another touchdown, but also, the missing extra points and going for 2 and they failed. That's also been big lately. But Rankmeyer, he also has a rushing touchdown, so he's got a completion touchdown and a rushing touchdown, and then Thomas has 2 rushing touchdowns. He's also averaging over 10 yards a carry, Matt.
All right, here we go. We're going to start this second.
And let's see if there's an onside kick. Colin Riordan hasn't had to kick off the ball all day. So let's see what happens. A lot of tension. Quiet defense. And he's just going to straight up kick it. Received. Bobbled. Dropped by. He muffed it. And he made it all the way back to the 30, though. Could have been big, but it was muffed by number 85. That is Ryan CK. Got 1 catch for 5 yards.
I'm kind of surprised to see that they didn't go with an onside kick. I think going with a normal kickoff is actually a better idea, though. It's less risky.
Yeah, you can't be giving them great field position and possibly gaining a 5 possession score or lead. So Rankmeyer out there, number 85 Ryan CK is out there. I can't tell which running back's out there. I assume it's still Thomas. And it is Thomas. Nice spin move there.
Wow.
He's got 12 yards. He's got 15 yards. He had 17 yards there for Mr. Thomas. He's got that was a great run, Matt. He's looking unstoppable. He's at the halfway to 200 yards. He's at 150.
He's looking like he's on skates right now. He's spinning around like a figure skater.
He's not too fast. He's just finding the holes. He's doing what Nick Del Nodell has done every game this year except today.
Yeah, he's got that IQ vision for the football game.
He's got Madden. He's got video game like stats right now. He does, Matt. Oh, look at that. Another run by Thomas. But look at the offensive line push him for 4 yards.
They're still up.
He got 4 yards there, but Matt, no, he does have man-like stats. He's got 14 carries, 153 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And it's just the second half. We just started. Something crazy.
Yeah, clock's just going to go down to almost 11-10. Ball's on the 48-yard line. Good field position.
Yeah, 2nd and 6 for the Scouts, looking for their and a pass, 83. There's a first down completed from Rankmeyer to number 83. That was Matthew Hill. Matthew Hill's first catch for 6 yards, and he got the first down. Move those chains.
There's a replay. Nice pass. Got it right over that towering defense from the Bulldogs.
Rankmeyer, he's got 63 yards in the air. Already, something to look at is the clock, because that's RB's worst nightmare. Oh, look at that. They had all-out blitz going. Number 81, that's good enough for 17 yards and the first down. Number 81, that is Reed Thomas. That's his second catch. His only other catch was the touchdown. That was a 17-yard completion. They had all-out blitz going there. They assumed Thomas was going to get the ball on the first down.
And the Scouts are almost in the dark abyss that we'd like to call the red zone.
Yeah. Man, that was a pretty big, that was really good. You know, Rankmeyer, he enters the red zone 5 yards there. I liked how you said dark abyss, because I mean that is exactly what it's like for RB.
Yes, it is
It's like the Red Sea.
somewhat of a nightmare for the Bulldogs right now. But
The only people who know the puzzle to this is Renkmeyer and the offense for the Scouts. Renkmeyer's a senior, though. I mean, this could be their last chance at going far in state. Jacob Thomas, he got 5 yards there. His stats, Matt, prediction. So just you still got to think of putting into effect like them not using Thomas as much, taking him out. But he's got 160 yards right now. Does he get to 200?
I think so. Listen, we always use this term for the Bulldogs. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And
Everything's broke.
yes. But right now, Jacob Thomas, keep going with him. That's their best option.
They got 3 wide receivers here. You got to keep them guessing. The Bulldogs, here's a throw to Jacob Thomas. If he catches it, he's cutting it. And that's his third touchdown. Jacob Thomas, 13 yards from Renkmeyer to Thomas. And Matt, the Bulldogs are down by 5 possessions, man. Fans, they are not happy. Some people are leaving, man. That's touchdown pass number 2 for Renkmeyer. Thomas' 3rd touchdown total. His first. He almost dropped that, though. He was wide open, though. Wide open because there were 3 wide receivers on top. A nice deke right there. He broke Anthony Walsh's ankles.
This is what the Bulldogs defense needs to do. They need to lock
There was a penalty
down.
flag after the play, so they're going to keep the touchdown.
They need to lock down on Jacob Thomas. That's what they got to do. I mean, he's getting every single play is to him.
Okay, the penalty was against the Bulldogs, so that just closened how close the kick is. Kick is up. Kick is good. 33-0 in favor of the Scouts. And Matt, this is according to Max Preps, this is the biggest blowout all night.
Wow.
Because I was looking at something else. ICCP, turns out, I don't know the score right now. But yeah, they're the biggest blowout of the night right now, 33-0. Oh, whoa. Montini just scored, and so Matt, that 60-0 game that we thought St. Ignatius was winning by, turns out Montini's got 41, and St. Ignatius has nothing.
Wow.
So that's 100 points difference. 60-0 to 41-0. But second biggest blowout of the night for the 6A bracket. That would also be an upset, Montini over St. Ignatius. But this by far I think is the bigger upset.
Now, do you think that the Scouts are going to kick a squib again?
It
It's
ain't
been working.
broke.
Exactly.
Don't fix it.
I mean, they're targeting Jamari Wise on every single kick.
You know, I'm also keeping track of another game. Indians have the bases loaded and 1 out in the 5th inning. So it's something if you're
For those
if you're
of
a
you
Cubs
who are
fan,
watching this game.
that's more bad news. If you're a Sox fan, some good news.
And still setting up the ball for this kickoff. Number 10's going to kick it off. That will be Jack Rush. Could it be another squib kick?
It will most definitely be enough. They should probably put Gaminsky where Wise is.
Oh.
It's a little shorter kick.
Right to Jamari Wise, though.
That's Gaminsky, though. Gaminsky's got the 30, taken out of bounds to the 30-yard line, nowhere to run. Fans are looking for a late hit call, but fans are silenced again.
Yeah, Bulldogs not really getting any calls in favor of them.
No,
According from the referees. Here's a replay.
Yeah, there was the one Jamari Wise catch that he caught. He called it incomplete. That actually helped the Bulldogs, though. Here we have Hunter Hughes still out there. He's got 3 receivers. He's got Wise, Vaya, Del Toro, or that's G-Man, and then Salter on top. Looking, Vaya.
Very nice pass.
That's enough for 9 yards. No first down, but Vaya will get 9. His second career completion.
He's definitely not shooken.
He's got 3 more years. 2 more years after this, I bet.
This is some very good experience to gather
Yeah.
at a young age.
He
and
could
then
possibly be in 3
progress.
playoffs if
Yes.
the RB makes it in the playoffs the next 2 years. 9 minutes left. First half was awful for the Bulldogs. They need to change. Hunter Hughes got hit
gets
from behind.
really hard.
Are they going to call it a fumble?
Well, it's going back to the Bulldogs if it is.
Bulldogs got it back. They were going to call it a fumble. Bulldogs lucky because I thought by far that the Scouts were going to get that ball.
That could have been a game changer.
Now Hughes got hit from behind. And right here I thought that the Scouts were going to get it, and they missed it. And then Salter just got the ball right there.
Yeah, the Bulldogs' offensive line just can't stop this defensive line that the Scouts are bringing.
8:34 and ticking. 2nd and 16 for the Bulldogs. Hughes getting pressured again. He's going to have to run, and he's going to have 5 guys tackle him.
Yeah, he's got no protection. He's one man for himself practically.
That's the 4th time Hunter Hughes has been sacked. And this game is, the Bulldogs just need to be going for touchdowns every time because the clock is not their enemy right now. They have 20 minutes left total in the game. 8 minutes and ticking left in the 3rd quarter. 33-0. It's a 5-possession game in favor of Lake Forest, the 12 seed. Kennelly Athletic Complex, it's in the 60s right now. Beautiful night. Hughes hands to Del Nodell. He's going to have to make use of the sidelines. Stays in bounds. Cuts in. He got a first down. Del Nodell, 21 yards. That's his best game tonight, and the crowd is back into it.
And this is what Del Nodell needs. We need, he's saying to his teammates, we need momentum. I'm going to bring it.
He stayed in bounds. He's got great feet. Stayed in bounds, cut inside, got 21 yards. His best run of the night by far.
You got 4 wide receivers out there right now.
They do, and they have Del Nodell to the left of Hughes.
Look at this coverage, though, by the Scouts.
Yeah, it's zone it. Oh, a fumbled ball by Hughes. Almost. He muffed it. He's going to throw it.
Very nice catch.
Is that G-Man? So that was Wise. Wise for 10 yards there. His first completion of the night.
This is what they need to do. Just keep on moving. Don't take such a huddle.
Yeah, they're going with no huddle offense. Hughes, he's getting pressured, but Wise was just open.
Just keep the momentum going as quickly as possible. Time is not on their side.
Hughes getting pressured. Throw.
Almost intercepted.
Nearly intercepted. That was a risky pass. 2nd down and 10. 7 minutes left. The clock's going to stop. 33-0 Bulldogs trying to score and gain some momentum here.
And that ball got tipped right in the air, and 28 almost picked it up right at the last second. Just didn't go out for him, though.
Yeah, look for a lot more passing and only rushing when you're close. But, I mean, even though Del Nodell can get many, many yards, they need to pass the ball. We have a 2nd and 10. Throw. Wise. He's at the 30. 25. Breaks free. 20. Another juke. He's at the 15. Oh! Good he go. Out of bounds at the 7-yard line. That was enough for 23 yards.
This man's on a mission, everybody.
The Lake Forest 10-yard line.
That was a great 23-yard gain. And Hunter Hughes is at 90 yards total passing. He's got a lot of yards passing so far. His drive alone. First and goal. They're in the red zone for the first time all day, man. You know, it took them 2.5 quarters, but they're in.
I think this is the start of something big.
They need a touchdown here.
It all depends on the offense and defense of the Bulldogs now.
He's got 4 wide receivers out there. Del Nodell to the right. Ooh, a bad snap. He throws it to, G-Man got hit. That was actually a loss of 3 yards there.
Complete to Jaminski. Give the stop to Athenson for Lake Forest.
There was a loss of a few yards.
No gain. 2nd and goal.
No
You got
gain.
Zach Vaya. Could be looking for him.
2nd and goal for the Bulldogs. Blitz coming. Wide open to Del Nodell.
Oh, he's right there.
Makes it to, he gets 3 yards there, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from close.
This is, look at Michael Wilson's going back out there, man, that we saw get injured
Yeah, Michael
earlier.
Wilson, I thought he might have been done for the game.
Taken off the field completely.
Yeah,
he's back in there.
Very
good to see, and very close to his touchdown that the Bulldogs could claim.
3rd and 2 from the 2. Maybe Hughes will sneak it. A pitch to Del Nodell, and he's going to get stuffed.
Man, look at that.
I thought he had that, but Del
Del Nodell
Nodell did not make it in.
That defense is
goal
not
line.
going to let Del Nodell get in.
Bring up
They're
fourth
targeting
down.
Del Nodell.
4th down.
They are.
Timeout on the field. Timeout Riverside Brookfield.
And there's a timeout by Riverside Brookfield. And we got a break in the action. And so far, 33-0, 5:35 left in the third quarter. The ball is on the 8-yard line.
Yeah. I think the ball's actually on the 2-yard line.
Oh yeah, 2-yard line, excuse me. And Brandon Curtin's.
Yeah, they need this touchdown here, and it's not working. Cubs just got out of a jam, if anyone cares. But yeah, Cubs just got out of a big jam, actually. Got lucky. So maybe that luck will come from the Bulldogs.
I think the luck is changing around throughout Chicago.
41-0 still Montini over St. Ignatius. That's the only other upset in progress besides Wakanda beating Antioch High School 28-21. Hunter Hughes back out there. They're going for it all. They need a touchdown here. They have Keenan Scott, Jamari Wise all in front of Del Nodell. It's going to be a run to Del Nodell. Keenan Scott's in motion. Handoff to Del Nodell, and he's going to get stopped short. Del Nodell stopped short, and the Bulldogs do not score, and that's going to be big, man.
The Scouts have held and will take over on
That is
down.
some of the best defense I've seen throughout the whole season.
They audibled Keenan Scott to the left hash to try to get a block, and he just did not
Lake
make it in.
Forest will have the ball. First
We got a man down, number 75 for the
inside their own
Bulldogs.
1-yard line.
He's hurt really bad. That looks like it will be
J.J. Warren.
Jeremy Warren out. There was another injury for the Bulldogs.
But it's going to be Lake Forest ball from their own 1-yard line. So the Bulldogs know they're going to be blitzing. Loyola Sports Medicine's out there to help them. They are our sponsor. We'd like to welcome them to RB. Beginning of the season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul.
That was the Bulldogs really.
And he's getting helped off the field is Jeremy Warren. Yeah, it's definitely a leg injury.
Man, that was the Bulldogs' best possible chance of scoring.
Yeah, they needed that score, and then they needed an onside kick, but they have 1.5 quarters left. They're down by 5 possessions. They don't even have the ball. And their season is laying in the hands of defensive stopping Thomas, and in the offense somehow scoring 35 touchdowns. They need 5 touchdowns.
Lake Forest inside their own 1-yard line.
And it just seems as if the clock is running very fast lately, but I think it's just a fast-paced game.
Let's go, Bulldogs!
He's going to throw it. Oh, he's going deep. Intercepted by Zach Vaya. There's a flag, though. There's a flag. It might be pass interference on the Bulldogs, but Zach Vaya brought down the 15.
Ball is picked off.
Oh man, if
by
this is
Vaya,
pass
penalty
interference,
flag on the
There's
field.
there's a pass interference penalty. It was right by where the catch was. It was either, I think it was against the Bulldogs, which means wherever the flag was, that's where the ball would be.
oh man.
Pass interference
Yep.
on the Bulldogs. Crowd's booing, and that's going to change the interception into a 26-yard gain. The referee was right on that. That was a good call, I think.
Yes, it was a very good call. I mean,
You know, nothing. As much as you want to root for the Bulldogs, that was the correct call.
yes.
He had no chance of catching the ball, the receiver.
I know Bulldogs are down, but you know, at the same time, still got to be fair.
Yeah, you can't be giving the Bulldogs a chance. The crowd and Curtin asking for how that was pass interference.
And Brendan Curtin's just stating his claim, trying to keep this season alive, trying to give it a good chance at least.
You want to go out with dignity. You want to not get shut out in your own stadium.
Yeah.
When you're the higher seed.
16.
A lot of boos. But here we go. Offense still out there. They got 15-yard gain. Handoff to Thomas. He's got speed. Oh, he broke ankles.
Oh, wow,
He
look at
broke
that spin.
ankles.
Are you
He
kidding
got
me,
10
Jacob
yards
Thomas?
there. Oh, my gosh. He broke somebody's ankles. Was that Vaughn Hill? I don't know whose ankles he broke, but
to the 28-yard line. That's good
He's got some
for
feet.
Lake
I
Forest.
mean, his
he
footwork.
was going acceleration, then he just stopped.
His footwork on the football field is amazing.
There's a lot of fans out there, all crowded together for
Lake Forest.
yeah, Lake Forest.
Yeah, they got 2 wide receivers out. I don't think they're going to be passing it in the meantime. There's Jacob Thomas again. There's going to be flags on
There's
the
a
field.
flag. There were 2 flags. Jacob Thomas was running the ball.
It's going to be against
Penalties against
Lake Forest.
Against Lake Forest.
It's going to be
Holding.
holding.
That's a 5-yard penalty. Michael Wilson's out there, so you know he's good.
That'll cost Lake Forest 10 yards.
Yeah, Michael Wilson was obviously just a little bit shooken up on the earlier plays in the second quarter. It's very good to see him back out there, though.
4:41 left in the third quarter of play, not third half. Lake Forest is in the driver's seat, and RB is stuck at a red light for three quarters so far.
I like that reference, Casey.
It was what just popped into my mind. I was looking at the street, and just popped in my mind. Looks like blitz coming. Overshoots the wide receiver, number 83, the intended receiver, and that was it's Matt Hill. He was looking for Matt Hill.
Yeah, I've seen a lot from number 83 and number 85 throughout the game so far.
And number 5 though has been the difference maker. That is Jacob Thomas is number 5. Let's bring up a 2nd and 20 for the Scouts. They're at their own 16-yard line. 4:27. Hand off to Thomas. He actually got stuffed there. He only got 1 yard there for Thomas, whose stats are looking 17 carries and 172 yards. 2 rushing touchdowns. He's got 3 catches for 30 yards and a receiving touchdown.
Yeah, we could be seeing 200 yards today from
He's got
Jacob
200
Thomas.
yards total so far. But he's got 200 all-around yards, not 200 rushing yards yet, though. 3rd and 19, 5 receivers, no running back out there.
Could be the first pass.
Could be the audible. Yep, the audible play.
Oh, yeah, they're going to run it.
Oh, it's Thomas. He's got room. He's got to be Keenan Scott, though, and he got 9 yards there. Going to bring up an actual punt that they have to do for the first punt in a while.
Yeah, very long time.
Since the first quarter.
Haven't seen any throws really at all. I mean, if we've seen any passes, they've been incomplete. And there's a replay. There's Jacob Thomas.
Yeah, he had to be Keenan Scott. Keenan Scott's a big guy. Former quarterback. And this could be his final game as a Bulldog. Here's a punt. A nice punt.
They don't know where the ball is, though.
They didn't get the friendly hop. Bulldogs going to be around midfield. 3.5 minutes in the third quarter. They need a touchdown. They are down by 5 touchdowns.
Bulldogs are just completely out of it so far. Still struggling to find that key to the win, or at least the tie.
Yeah, they need points now.
It's all about points. It's all about points and possessions.
They've had the same amount of possessions, just no points.
3 minutes and 27 seconds left. Ball's on the 49-yard line.
Bulldogs being shut out. They don't score during the second and third quarters, but the fourth quarter and the first quarter are there when they score. Hughes getting blitzed hard. Oh, Salter just got whammied, but not before. Salter is down.
His mouthpiece flew right out of his mouth.
Oh, man, his mouthpiece is 5 yards away from him. Salter got nailed. Still caught the ball. He did get 21 yards there. That was a great completion, but you got to hope Salter's all right. And
This is 2 times in the same game Salter has been down.
And we're going to see a replay. Hunter Hughes just got over the century mark with that throw.
Look at that hit.
Yeah, that one hurt me.
Yeah. Very big hit. And they're going to They're going to check him out. So confusion going on through Brandon Kern's mind right now. What do you think he's got to be thinking?
I just lost my best receiver so far. That's his biggest receiver. He's got 5'8" Stefan Gaminsky. Declan Landham's also one of his taller receivers, but Salter is he's seen the most completions today. That was Salter's 4th catch. Salter stands at 6'2". His other receivers are not as big. Here we go. First down though. Handoff to Del Nodell. Got 2 yards.
Yeah, it tricked me out. It looked like Hunter Hughes was dropping it way back.
That's been the story of the day. Del Nodell, 7 carries for 23 yards.
And just earlier, he was pretty much five rushes for 0 yards. Yeah.
He had one 21-yard gain, and that's what make his numbers look good. 2:50, third quarter, 33-0 in favor of Lake Forest, the 12 seed. Blitz, Hughes, first completion to G-Man. Refuses to go down before he gets knocked hard. That's actually G-Man's 2nd catch. He's got 2 catches for 0 yards after his first catch was for negative yards.
And you know what? We haven't seen Joey Carino a lot. We know that he's
usually reserved.
Yeah, he's usually reserved, but I mean, he's a very good player.
Look at this hit though. They just shoulder to face. It was a legal hit. Very legal hit. 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs. You know they're throwing it the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's the best thing to do. I mean, hit your best receivers.
Yeah, Hughes going deep.
Oh,
hey,
there we go.
That was to Wise.
Yes,
yep. Wise, 28 yards. Jamari Wise. Now the shutout is done. Jamari Wise, his 3rd catch. And that was a 28-yard reception. That brings him up to 61 yards total. He's got a touchdown. Hughes, 13 passes completed, 142 yards, and a touchdown thrown.
Now we could go for 2.
Still the Bulldogs coach still doesn't know what to do.
I think he got a little bit of relief after that touchdown. Feeling good that it's not going to be complete blowout, but still getting down to my predictions.
Solano, he's pretty good with extra points. I think he's only missed 1 all year. And it's 33-7. It is now just, I say just, a 26-point game. It's 4 possessions now.
Anything is possible, and we know this.
Yeah, and Hunter Hughes is very clutch. He has an entire 4th quarter.
It is all about the defense.
But now we're going to know that Thomas is going to get a lot of rushes because they're going to eat up the clock. And RB, they used a timeout early. They only have 2 timeouts left in the 2nd half.
Now we could be seeing an onside kick, though.
We could be. Very likely, we probably will be. Because it's the playoffs, and it's all or nothing. This is where heroes are made.
Now we could do an onside kick, but we could risk coverage at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, then they'd have to go at the 40-yard line, and that'd be bad. Not that many guys up front for the Lake Forest receiving team, so an onside kick would catch them off guard. They only have 5 guys in the front line. Solano's out there, man, so that's a definite onside kick because Colin Riordan's the kicker. So seeing Solano out there I know that this is going to be an onside kick.
Yes, that is an onside kick.
And it doesn't go 10 yards. And
man.
Yeah, you can tell just because it's Solano, man, it's an onside kick. Colin Riordan would have been, if it's Colin Riordan, you know it's a kick.
Yeah, it's going all the way, because he can get it all the way down the field.
Yeah, but so can Solano, but Solano's the expert at onside kicking. And so now, great field position given now to the Scouts. And that ball needs to go 10 yards. It went 7, and then it decided to just curve.
Yes, definitely not in favor of the Bulldogs. That lucky roll is not so lucky tonight.
It has not.
I doubt we'll be seeing much of the passing game at all from...
No, we'll see running. 1:57 left in the 3rd quarter. Oh, and that's a new running back. That's number 31. He got 3 yards. That's Evan Swint. So we might see Joe Thomas be done, save his legs for the second round. Evan Swint, 1 rush, 3 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, Jacob Thomas was only 5'5", 140 pounds. While,
He's only 5'5"?
Yeah, and
He's a sophomore?
Evan Swint.
Jacob Thomas is a sophomore.
Yeah, and he's
That's crazy.
he's amazing too.
He's great. And he's back out there. Hey, you can tell he's very short, but the quarterback also is short.
Oh, pressured very well by Michael Wilson.
Bring up a 3rd and 7. The Bulldogs get the ball back right away.
Incomplete. Pressure on the play by Wilson.
But look for a run here just to get the clock going a little bit. 3rd and 7, 1:11 left in the 3rd quarter. It is a 26-point game. That's 4 possessions.
Yeah, if the Scouts make any passes, it's going to be a short pass. Or if anything, like a screen pass.
I mean, this game by far is not over. If the Bulldogs can get the ball back here, maybe score before the 4th quarter begins, it'd only be a 3-possession game. Hunter Hughes already has his helmet on. He's getting blitzed hard. Oh, wide open. That's enough for the first down. That's 10 yards. Number 23 was wide open. You could have not made him any more open. That was Ryan Guittari.
And he does not crack under pressure. There's that scrambling back. Very nice spiral to number 23.
Guittari is a senior. He got 11 yards there.
Guittari 5'10", 177 pounds.
First pass in a while for these. First pass completed in a while for
Scouts.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. All right, it's not coming off my tongue right.
We got a new runner, number 23. It's going to be Ryan Guittari.
Guittari got 2 there.
And the clock's going to go down to 30 seconds. Still going down.
Yeah, that might take us all the way down to the end of the 3rd quarter. No, it won't. No, it will. It will take us, in fact, down to the end of the 3rd quarter because the play clock is at 18 seconds and the real clock's at 13. So we're going to go to the 4th quarter of play. Bulldogs down 33-7. They're down 4 possessions, and they don't have the ball. So they need some magic.
Yeah, and the Scouts are very close to the red zone. And like I called it earlier,
they're 100% in the red zone.
the dark abyss
Yeah.
that we call the red zone. Somewhat a nightmare for the Bulldogs.
It has been a nightmare for the Bulldogs defense. And Hunter Hughes and Brandon Kirk can only sit and watch his defense implode.
I like that word, Casey.
Thank you.
Not in this term, though.
It's used in a bad situation.
I'd like to see it in a good way, but
Yeah. You'd like me to say that the other team's defense is imploding.
yeah, well, Brandon Curtin, I think, is just going to get all the help he can from his assistant coaches and offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. I think it's all a team effort as of right now.
Matt, this team, the last 2 games, they won 40-7 and 49-7. The Lake Forest. So that they've outscored their opponents 89-14. They're just keeping that going today.
Yeah, a lot of action around the football league of high school.
Their last 7 weeks, they have not allowed more than 15 points in the last 7 weeks.
All right, now we got 10
good.
yards away from the.
Oh, he faked the pitch. He faked that pitch, and he fooled everyone. That was 10 yards rushing by Renkmeyer.
That's going to be a first down. Going to move those chains
Move
for the
them.
Scouts.
Move the chains ahead.
Been a lot of whammy plays throughout the game
They
in
have been.
favor of the Scouts.
He's got 70 yards rushing now, Renkmeyer. The senior trying to impress the fans. They came out here from Lake Forest to RB. He's got room. He's got a room to run. And he's going to throw it, in fact, right into the arms of Dan Moore. Couldn't have been any more to Dan Moore, who got hit hard from behind. They're at the 10-yard line. That was right to Dan Moore.
There's something that we needed. We needed defense. That's what the Bulldogs needed.
Will take over 1st and 10.
That's the first turnover.
1st and 10 Bulldogs at their own 11.
But, you know, the Bulldogs, they need to go 95 yards. They're at their own 5-yard line. They're at their own 10-yard line.
And I bet those coaches were telling Dan Moore, they said, listen, we need you to
step
play
up.
safety and step up and intercept that ball. And that's what happened.
Hughes getting blitzed. He threw way out of bounds.
Very close to an interception. That was number 32 that almost had that ball. Andrew Athenson.
2nd and 10 from their own 10. The Bulldogs 11-13 left in their season if they cannot get 27 points more than the Scouts in this last quarter.
And that 12th man that we had seen earlier in the game, half of it is now gone.
Yeah, they went home to watch the Cubs, and, you know, they might be disappointed with that game too. Here we go. 4 wide receivers out there for Hughes. He connects with Gominski for 2 yards.
Hughes' pass
Oh, a little bit of
complete.
unsportsmanlike conduct.
They wanted the late hit. They did not get the late hit.
Holmes on the stop.
No flag. The Bulldogs cheering section, a.k.a. the parents, have not been happy with the calls. They haven't gotten anything called their way.
3rd and 9.
10:30 left in the second half and possibly the season of the Bulldogs. 3rd and 9. You see some zone being played, some blitz coming.
Zach Vaya.
Yeah, but he's going to be well short. And do the Bulldogs go for it here? They might have to, which is bad because they are very close to their own end zone.
No, I think Zach Vaya is 3 for 3 in receptions.
He's got 3 catches for 15 yards.
That's something to keep in mind.
And Matt, the Bulldogs offense is out there 4th and 4, and they're at their own 20-yard line. So great field position if they don't get it.
And 1.
Oh, they're going to take 4th and 1.
Very close. I mean, I don't think they should pass it at all. I mean, it's just get it in right there. Dylan Odell's motioning.
10 minutes and counting. Timeout
Yeah.
called by the Scouts.
Timeout on the field.
They want to make sure that they can shut them down right here.
Timeout by Riverside Brookfield. They only have 1 left now, Matt. That might have been a little risky.
Oh,
Yep.
timeout left. Wow. 9 minutes left in the game, too. 10
Yeah.
minutes practically.
And with the timeout, we'd like to welcome our sponsor, Loyola Medicine, to RB Sports and the Kennel Athletic Complex. Beginning this season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul. But 9:52 left, 4th and 1. This could be the biggest play of the game for the Bulldogs because they need that yard. They need it badly. That 1 yard, because if they get the yard and they can somehow score a touchdown, they will only be down by 3 possessions. But if they don't get the yard, the other team scores. Let's say the Scouts scored, be another 5-possession game. This is a big yard. Could be the season in this 1 yard.
Yes, it could be the season, depending on this 1 yard.
This 3 feet could mean second round or going home, which is the school right there. Blitz coming. Hughes is going to short pass.
There we
He
go.
finds G-Man. He's at the 45. Gets hit, but that not before he picks it
Oh,
up.
whoa. A little bit of a scramble out there on the field. There's a flag, though.
25-yard gain by Gominski. Flags going everywhere after the call.
Some craziness going on out there.
Hughes has got 174 yards passing now. Let's see who the unsportsmanlike penalty is on. There's Gominski, who's got 4 catches for 27 yards now.
Should not be a penalty on the
29
Bulldogs, though. Yes, they're going to call a penalty.
On the defense, it's a 15-yard penalty.
That's one of the ones that have been in the favor of the Bulldogs. They needed that, definitely.
They did.
39-yard line.
They're at the 39-yard line, 9:43 on the clock. They're down 26. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion would make them down only 18, which is still 3 possessions.
Got 4 wide receivers.
He's going for it all, and he's going to overshoot it.
Oh,
Intercepted.
no.
Right to the defender. There's a flag on the play after the interception. Interception will stand. There was a flag after the interception, but Hunter Hughes tried to air it out, and he just a little too much.
Too much power underneath that.
Yeah. He was looking for Gaminsky, I believe.
And the referees are going to go over that.
Let's see who the penalty. Penalties on the defense after the interception, though. First down for the Scouts. Blocking in the back. Well, here's the interception. Hughes airing it out right to number 32 for the Scouts. That is Andrew Athenson.
Athenson having a somewhat pretty good game. Haven't seen much of him, but when we have seen him, he's been doing pretty good.
They're at their own 6-yard line, Matt. So you know blitz is coming, but 9:25 left. Bulldogs down 4 possessions. They need a touchdown every 2 minutes.
Yeah, and if the Scouts wanted to, they can milk this clock the whole way
They
down.
will milk the clock. I don't think they're going to be able to have the ball for 9 minutes, but the Bulldogs can only call timeout one time. It's going to be a handoff. Is that Thomas?
Yeah, it's Thomas.
He got 4 yards there. Brings him to 19 carries. 19 carries is a lot for 185 yards. Just under 10 yards per carry. He's doing great, Matt. I mean, there's no one close to cough player of the game than him, unless we see a miracle in Kennelly Athletic Complex.
No, there's always miracles in the Kennelly Athletic Complex. Did you say Jacob Thomas was a sophomore?
Matt, he's a 5'5" sophomore.
Wow. You don't see that every day.
A short running back, one thing, and a second thing, he's a sophomore. And he's got 189 yards rushing for 2 touchdowns, and he's got 30 yards catching for 1 touchdown.
All right, clock's running down.
8 minutes and ticking. They've had the ball for 2 minutes so far, and they've only gone 10 yards. 3rd and 1. Handoff. That's enough for the first down. Oh, and he's gone.
No.
He's gone. That's number 31, and he could go all the way. You know what? He will, in fact, go. Evan Swint. That is 85 yards to the house. Evan Swint, and it's now a 5-possession game.
Evan Swint and a Lake Forest
Evan Swint now
touchdown.
2 carries for 88 yards and a touchdown. And man, that was a beautiful run. No, but he just cut through all the defense. Beat Dan Moore right there. That was the last guy to beat him. He was just too fast.
Jamari Wise had his hand on him, just lost him.
85 yards, and now this game is, Matt, 8 minutes left, but I think it is over. It is it's going to be a 33-point game as long as the extra point scored. 33-point game is 5 possessions. Well, 8. Yeah, it's 5 possessions, because even if you get 4 touchdowns and 4 2-point conversions, it's only 32 points.
Well, there's definitely time to be.
You need 1 touchdown every minute and a half.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
You need to have a lot of. Plus, they don't have timeouts. They have 1 timeout to use. They need a lot of onside kicks to work. They need a fumble.
I think we can.
The crowd's leaving.
I think we can say that overall the Scouts have been the better team.
They have been not looking like a 12 seed. They've been looking like they've been looking like a high seed, like a 5 seed like us. There's one close game, is the Wakanda Antioch game. It's 29-28 late in the 4th quarter. And there's a 4th quarter game, Rock Island versus Thornton Fractional South High School. They're a field goal, and they're in the 4th quarter. The Grizz Lake North, they're up by 2 touchdowns in the 3rd quarter, so no upset there. Currently, the only team that's a final so far is Shepherd. Defeated Morgan Park, so that's the 2 seed beat the 15 seed. Morgan Parks is done. Ooh, there's a straight up kick.
Gaminsky.
Yeah, Gaminsky. He's going to be at the 1 yard line. He's at the 5, the 10, 15. cutting inside,
Oh,
runs
wow.
into his own guy.
Kick is taken by Jaminski
Oh.
at the 1. Penalty flag.
He
on the
ran into
field.
Philip Safeski very hard. Philip, that might have hurt. Even though he's so small, 5'8", but that might have hurt very bad for Philip Safeski. Flag on the play. Bulldogs gonna be right at their 20-yard line. That was you could tell that they're going easy on the Bulldogs by not doing that little squib kick anymore. They kicked it regular.
Yeah, I think it's time for them to just maybe put in their reserves.
Yeah,
Save them for the next game going on into the second round.
Yes, sir. 9:23. This game has been 2.5 hours. It's been a very short game.
Yeah, very short game, but fast-paced. First, second, and third quarters.
Last week so slow, or 2 weeks ago so slow that the clock kept going continuously. But today, very fast game.
Yeah, complete turnaround last game. Bulldogs were beating the other team so bad that they had to keep the clock running even during breaks.
Yeah, they're up by close to 40. I think it was over 40. No, it was actually over 50, man.
Yeah, it was over 50. We got 3 wide receivers.
Yet the Bulldogs, they don't want to put in reserve. They will not put in that sophomore quarterback. Oh, Odell, he's at the 20, 25, he has room. 30, gets tripped up, and he falls at the 45-yard line after a 35-yard gain, and the Bulldogs will not give up.
Odell's always trying to bring that momentum back, trying to get them back up there, but it's very tough to do in 7 minutes and 40 seconds.
36 yards on the game.
36 yards right there on that gain. By Odell.
3 wide receivers again.
Hughes completed. Ooh, dropped. They're gonna say incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
Incomplete. That was to Michael Wilson.
Offensively, we haven't seen much of Michael Wilson at all. Mostly just defensively.
And when he got knocked down.
Yeah, and that one time he got knocked down, but
2nd and 10 Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs shut out for 3 quarters. They scored early in the 4th quarter. But not looking too good at the box score. Hunter Hughes, he's 25 yards away from 200 yards. He's been having a good breakout year. First year. Ooh.
Gaminsky.
Gaminsky got one hand on it. 3rd down and long. 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 46-yard line. 7:19 left. Down by 5 possessions.
And the Bulldogs just struggling to keep their season alive. Yet again, this team is newer, don't have playoff experience, even though Brendan Curtin has a lot of playoff experience.
So, Matt, people that they're going to lose. They're going to lose Emmanuel Salther. They will lose Declan Lanham, a lot of the offense, including Joey Swallow and Jalen Williams. Oh, Hughes sacked a 5th time there.
And that's going to be 4th down.
4th and 16, but they aren't losing Hughes. They aren't losing G-Man or Odell. And of course, they got Zach Vaya. And they have got a lot of juniors who are going to be seniors next year, including Jake Vaya, Ethan Clarkson, and a lot of guys coming back next year. They're losing Keenan Scott.
That'll bring it 4th down.
And Emilio Solano, so they're going to have faith in Colin Riordan. So the top 2 guys are going to lose on defense, Swallow and Keenan Scott. And offense is Salther and Wilson.
That's a nice kick by Stefan Gaminsky.
A little short at the end, and it's going to bounce backwards.
Punt is down by Salter.
Yeah, and the clock's at 6 minutes and 25 seconds.
And that's the death time for RB football 2016.
And the ball's going to be on the 42-yard line.
And let's see what quarterback comes out for these scouts. They definitely scouted correctly, the Bulldogs. I mean, they must have been looking at a lot of tape with Odell, who, besides 2 breakout runs, did not do good.
We could be seeing some new players out there, and I think we are seeing some new players.
Yeah, that's
out there.
a taller quarterback.
That's a different quarterback. That's going to be number 8. It's going to be Ryan Norberg.
Ah, the Norberg. He hands off to number 30. That's also someone new and also someone who can run 6 yards. Will Freeman
Youch,
Who's
the ball carrier.
yeah, or that's Sam Yach. Sam Yach. So new guys out there. Some final stats for Charlie Rankmeyer. He had a total of 20. He had 8 completions for 87 yards and a touchdown passing. 5 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown running. And Jacob Thomas, no doubt, going to be player of the game. 20 yards rushing, 20 rushing attempts for 189 yards, and 2 touchdowns is their first down by the Scouts. But 20 yards rush, 20 rushes for 189 yards and 2 touchdowns. Then he had 3 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown. So 3 total touchdowns, over 210 total yards of offense for the sophomore, 5'5", Jacob Thomas.
And we might actually not be seeing the Bulldogs offense out there on the field.
And number 8, Ryan Norberg. He is a junior quarterback. So this will be the new quarterback for them next year. He's getting some playoff experience. They're being smart. Because next week they're most likely going to have to play a number 3 seed, not the 14 seed.
There's number 44. He's going to take the run.
And he got 5 yards there. Number 44, that's Rafi Riva.
Penalty flag on the
If the Bulldogs really wanted to, they could put Keenan Sky as a quarterback.
I'd like to see a sophomore quarterback go in there. You know his name.
Oh, yeah, Joe.
I don't.
Yeah, Joe Shelvin.
Yeah.
Could see him. I don't know. It's
He's wearing a sophomore jersey because he didn't have a varsity one.
somewhat of a rough experience, though, as a sophomore quarterback
Holding against the Scouts
playing a
across the
playoff game.
10.
I don't think he needs a little bit more regular season experience to just be put into a playoff game. Would be very cool to see, though.
First down.
Yeah. He could, yeah. If he could steal the job from Hunter Hughes next year, he would have 3 playoff seasons if they made it all 3 years. I think this team, they can definitely make the playoffs next year. They got a lot of talent, a lot of juniors we didn't see play this year that are going to be seniors that will have a lot of start time. Declan Lanham, he'll be gone with Del Toro and Salter. All 3 of those guys gone. But they got a lot of new guys coming up from the sophomore team who also only had 2 losses on the year.
There's a pass. Haven't seen much of those.
Yeah, number 17, that's Ryan Williams, junior. Actually, that's a senior Ryan Williams.
49-yard line.
4.5 minutes left.
That'll bring up second down.
And the Bulldogs have accepted the fact that their season ran out of magic. They had a 7-2 record, a lot of great wins. Their 2 losses were to pretty good teams. They lost very badly to ICCP, who was number 1 seed in the playoffs. As here's a run for
Number 31. There's a flag on the field.
Yeah, there's a flag. That ref had a great arm through from the sideline to midfield.
He's a righty.
Got a cannon.
Yep, he's got the cannon.
3:58 left.
Flag on the field.
And
Yeah, you were saying the Bulldogs had a
yeah,
really good regular season.
They did have a great regular season, but you know, some luck comes to an end. As you know, right now the Cubs, 1st and 3rd, the Indians have 1st and 3rd in the 7th inning, threatening to score the first run of the game.
Yeah, as a wise man once said, all great things come to an end.
All great things must die. But we won't die. You'll see us at we'll be doing outing basketball later this season. Great new gym. You guys gotta see it. It's I love the floor. Look at the floor.
Yep, basketball season
Very
is gonna be
shiny.
awesome.
Yep. 2nd and 3. And if they score another touchdown with the reserves, because it's the Arby's regular defense out there. They have all seniors in just so they can finish. Because these are a lot of their seniors' final times playing football because they won't play college football.
40-yard line.
And the clock is still just going to run down.
3. This has been you were right. This has been a 5-minute drive so far. 6-minute drive.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do is just get small yards, but at the same time get first down conversions.
And Zach Miaskowski's on crutches on the sidelines with his foot wrapped up. Something to note.
There's Riordan. On the bench, number 32, the usual kicker for the Bulldogs.
Aaron Shepard's actually out there. Yeah, so Matt, they have all senior defense out there. You see Zach Via's not out there.
Timeout, Lake
I
Forest.
think that's the best thing.
Yeah, you got to
give your seniors the last chance.
Lake Forest calls a timeout. The clock decided not to stop until 2:50.
Yeah, that's a very smart move by Brandon Curtin.
And yeah, here's Ryan Grieve, the defensive coordinator. Gotta thank him. He sends me defensive stats. Hunter Hughes got sacked 5 times tonight. Del Odell had not, you're only as good as Del Odell. Last week, he's had, man, I said this before, over 350 yards and 4 touchdowns the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hunter Hughes, he had just a little bit over 100 yards passing and 2 interceptions last week. So you only go as far as Nick Del Odell can carry you.
Well, we know Nick Del Odell for his breakaway runs in the beginning of the first quarter of every game, practically. And just didn't go for him this time, but that snap's going to fall down in the quarterback's hands.
Yep.
Lake Forest.
That's a different quarterback.
It is. Oh, and Matt, I'm going to high-five you because the Indians just scored.
On the recovery.
Indians. The Cleveland Indians have just taken the lead over the Cubs in the 7th inning. For all you people watching us, we thank you guys for watching us on football. We got a lot of positive comments on the year.
4th and 9 for Lake Forest.
Sadly, though, this will be the last football game we cover.
Until next year. But that will be my final year.
Yes.
But, man, you still got 2 years under your belt. You're going to have a 4-year career, man.
And I'll still be here.
You will. Yeah, but Matt, just think. Okay, so we're thinking ahead in 2 years, but Matt, you got to make a decision who's your co-partner.
I don't know. We're going to have to find out when I'm a...
You're a senior.
Yeah, when I'm a senior.
2-6. We have a former RB alum. We have Colin Hughes directing us, and man, what a joy it is to have Colin Hughes in my ear all game. But here we go, back out there, Hunter Hughes, hand it off, few yards, 5 yards. 2 minutes left. There is no 2-minute warning in high school football. 40-7, and this. If we're looking at scoring per quarter, for first quarter 7-0. Second quarter end of it was 26-0. Third quarter at the end of it was 33-0. And right now we're at 40-7. So that's the only quarter where the Bulldogs and the Scouts scored the same amount of points.
And there's going to be a handoff.
That was they're having Zach Miskowski out there. Zach's hurt. He's done for the game. They're putting all seniors out there, with the exception of Hunter Hughes.
Yeah, Keenan Scott's out there.
Yeah, Keenan Scott out there.
That's very.
Declan Lanham.
I love that they
Joey
put all
Swallow.
seniors out there.
Yeah, when you know your death time is in 90 seconds. I want to see just him. I know me and somebody's parents out there want to see them one touchdown. A pitch that Swallow, he cut the flow this week, and I'm a little disappointed in that. Chop the salad.
Yeah, it's very close to a first down, though.
I'm a hide. And 74 seconds left. Flag on the play. It's 9:37 here at Brookfield, Illinois, Kenneth Athletic Complex. Scouts all night had the upper hand, starting off with stopping the Bulldogs on their first drive and scoring. And they were in the driver's seat all night. They had the gas pedal, and if that's to say that they're the racetrack with the football field, and the finish line is end zone to end zone. Scouts were in the end zone all night. Bulldogs were stuck at their own 10.
Yeah. It's a sad way to see these seniors go, but
they ran out of gas in this playoff game.
You know what? I think they had a really good season.
They did. They had a great season. You always remember the one game they came back against Wakanda.
There's Keenan Scott.
Keenan Scott.
Look at him go.
He
Bringing
gained
him all the way back
16
up.
there.
Wow. Well, he's got 40. He's got about 40 seconds. to
40
make something
seconds
happen.
left. That's just a quick play. Is Hunter Hughes even out there still?
No, Hunter Hughes, he's taking a break.
Done.
I think he's done.
Is Keenan Scott the new quarterback? "18 seconds left. That is Keenan Scott taking the ball. Keenan Scott, handoff to Joey Swallow. I want to see a lateral play. Oh, Swallow. Swallow's at the 45, 40, 35. Knocked down at the 30, 20.
He's got 4 seconds, 4.8
That was a
seconds.
beautiful 50-yard run by Joey Swallow. Flow or no flow.
Good for Bulldogs first down. 1st and 10, Riverside Brookfield.
They got one more chance to just put some more points on that board.
Yep. 4 seconds left. You know what? That clock is going to run out, and the Bulldogs season is history. Bulldogs, just as in 2014, knocked out in a heartbreaking loss in the first round. They will end the year 7-3. They lose 40-7. Home field kind of hurts to lose on your home field, but it just wasn't their night. Hunter Hughes and Nick Del-Odell, the juniors, were not able to carry the team through the first quarter. You know, Bulldogs, they scored in the first quarter and the fourth quarter, and they scored 0 in the first and 7 in the fourth.
You know what, but you gotta listen up. Very good season. The regular season was great. I think they played their heart out. The seniors did very well. They played their heart out in this game, trying to keep that season alive.
And the great tradition, though, is the handshake after playoffs are over.
It's like in every sport, especially hockey.
Yeah, hockey, you know, it's very emotional.
You
Especially
see,
the goalie handshakes.
oh man, you see those players the whole game, going at each other the whole game, and then at the end it's just respect.
There's a fan right there who I bet wished to see another home game from the Bulldogs, and why not? I mean, if me and Matt are announcing, people are happy. Yeah, Zach Miskowski on crutches, it hurts to see that.
You know what? But look at the respect going through the pain. Just
Yeah,
to,
he doesn't get the handshake anymore, but everyone patting him on the shoulder.
yeah, that's it's enormous respect from both teams. You know, tempers flared throughout the game, but
Okay, so Matt, we already know it. You know it, me, you fans. But we still got to say it. Jacob Thomas, player of the game. 5'5" sophomore in Jacob Thomas. He had, man, 210 total yards of offense, 3 touchdowns total, and that's the reason why the Bulldogs are not advancing.
yeah, Jacob Thomas, I mean, he just came out of the game. He's a sophomore, 5'5". Came out of the game very, very strong. Can't believe what he did. It was amazing, though. I mean, 210 yards, like you said. We haven't seen that in a long time, and it's very, very good.
No, man, he had 3 total touchdowns, and that's 3 times more than the Bulldogs had total.
Yeah, Nick Del-Odell, earlier on in the game, we always see him in previous games actually coming out, breaking it out with the score and all that.
But we'd still like to thank the entire crew here for RBTV. They've done a great season. We've had 7 home games now. And great year, Matt. Good job. And we'll
Yeah.
see you in basketball. I'm Casey Valletta.
I'm Matt Angio.
And go Bulldogs. And see you during the basketball season.